Buddha.
No way, Jose.
Welcome to Wake Up ATL. I'm your host, The Truth slash Jazz slash D Love. Let me send out my respect to who we got in the house. We got I'm going down the list and I'm sending respect to Teron 19, Queen E. James Podcast, Shawanda Williams, Keon 28. Respect. We're gonna be talking about a whole lot of stuff this morning. We're gonna talk about a whole lot of stuff this morning. We're gonna talk about would you go on a reality show / dating show? Is it real or fake? We're gonna talk about women getting fired for the big corporations that have been going on. And we're gonna be talking about the First and Second Amendment, affirmative action. What do that mean for some of us in the community, or do it mean anything at all? How is everybody doing this AM? How is everybody doing? Hope this fine day. Hope y'all have a great day, a wonderful and glorious day. Hey, it's Wake Up ATM. Let's get to it. Let's get to the reality of affirmative action, right? Affirmative action has helped out a whole lot of people. Affirmative action has helped out many dark-skinned people, black people, as some people would call it, melanated people, especially the one on the U.S. Supreme Court, Clarence Thomas. Think about it. He wouldn't have been able to go to Harvard or Yale if it wasn't for affirmative action. He wouldn't have been able to go there if it wasn't for affirmative action. He wouldn't be where he at if it wasn't for affirmative action. But yet, he want to cut affirmative action for everybody else. Now, not just talking about our black community. Think about it. Affirmative actions help balance things out because Yale, Harvard, and many other colleges got that legacy thing going on. If your parents, grandparent, great-grandparents, sister, brother, whoever went there, that's how you can get in. But is that fair to say that he don't have some checkered past? Yeah, they voted 63 to cut affirmative action. First, if it was Roe versus Wade, they try to tell a woman what she can and cannot do with her body. Now they cut affirmative action. What would be next that the Supreme Court would cut? That would help us, that would help people out, especially for some that wanted to go to college. College ain't made for everybody, but what do you learn in college? Hardly the next to nothing. So my take is that how can you vote against something that helped you out in the past? Respect Liz B. Journey. How can you vote on something that helped you get where you at? How can you cut that out of somebody else, these young black boys and girls' life that want to become a lawyer, want to go to a good law school, want to go to a good medical school? Make me understand that. I don't understand it. Why he wouldn't go do that when it helped him. Hold on, I got something for you. I got a little audio that I like to give credit to. I like to give credit to Dr. Rashad Ritchie on this about Clarence Thomas and all his accolades. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, this came from Newsweek. Respect, time, and respect. This came from Newsweek about Clarence Thomas, right? Here's a fact check. Did Clarence Thomas go to Yale under affirmative action policy? Affirmative action policy at college campuses across the United States were effective banned this week after the U.S. Supreme Court ruling that people that put any in a year's president. The policy, which had aimed to help increase minority college admission, was prohibited this week after the Supreme Court of the United States was asked to consider whether college should no longer be able to use race as a consideration when admitting students. Right? In its wake, critics of the Supreme Court decision pointed out how one of its justices was said to have benefited directly from the introduction of affirmative action program when he was studying. That was Clarence Thomas. Okay. Multiple tweets posted between June 29 and June 30th, 2023 claimed that Justice Clarence Thomas benefited from an affirmative action program when he studied at Yale in the early 1970s. So he benefited from it. He benefited from it. And this is what he did. This is what he did. He wrote this right here. While Clarence Thomas did not deliver the Supreme Court ruling this week, he did write a 58-page concurrent opinion saying the foundational policy of affirmative action fly in the face of our colorblind constitution and our nation's equality idea. Wait a minute, hold up. Clarence Thomas, you benefited from it. You benefited from it. Fight in the face of a colorblind constitution. The Constitution is not colorblind because the Constitution wasn't written for us, Clarence Thomas. It never was. The Bill of Rights wasn't written for us, Clarence Thomas. Wasn't written for your so-called, they were written for the Caucasian, the one of lighter skin tone. I'm not talking about the lighter skin tone in the black community. I'm talking about for the lighter skin tone that got privilege. Some of them that got privilege. Some of the folks that is lighter skinned than us. So you trying to tell me it was because of that? We don't say, in short, they were plainly and boldly unconstitutional. In previous Supreme Court opinion on college application and constitutional right, Thomas has said the affirmative action has always been accompanied by straight-faced representation that discrimination help minorities. Let that sink in. Slaveholders argued that slavery was a positive good that civilized blacks and elevated them in every dimension of life. How the hell our ancestors benefit from slavery? And this will be a law student? This will be some kind of people on the Supreme Court? He's saying this and he benefited from it? How the hell can you benefit from something? How the hell are you going to say something like that and you benefited from it? Respect Brian Robinson. How the hell you going to say something like that and you benefited from it? And you said slaveholders argued that slavery was a positive good that civilized blacks and elevated them in every dimension of life. How the hell slavery was a positive good? Somebody tell me how the hell slavery was a positive good? How was it good? Our ancestors was enslaved. What were chained? What were whipped? Shackled. When they tried to go get free, y'all hunted them down. They hunted them down and brought them back to where they came from. How that positive good? How did that elevate them? Explain that to me. How did they elevate them? See, he's so caught up in his own demise, his own thing. He trying to please those folks on the lighter skin tone with the blue eyes, green eyes, gray eyes, whatever you want to call it. They had to go put on sunscreen. Respect Monique, my Callie's sister. Brian Robinson, the Supreme Court Justice, a black man, Clarence Thomas, said it. That's what he had wrote. That's what he had wrote. Respect Alpha Buckeye. That's what he had wrote. How is that? How is that was good? How did that elevate us? That didn't elevate us worth a damn. Especially when they still was hanging our ancestors, whipping our ancestors. When they were all were our ancestors. Oh, okay, I guess Thomas Jefferson was and Hemingway, a black 14-year-old girl, when he impregnated her 7 times, was elevated. I guess that's what he called elevated. And he also goes on to say, segregationists likewise defended segregation on the ground that it provided more leadership opportunities for blacks. Yeah, in our own community, in our own damn community, yeah. But when we had our own community, you see what happened. Lies been made up saying that that this, especially Tulsa, Oklahoma, that this black boy did something to the white woman, all on the lies. Just like down in Mississippi, Emma Till. Lied said he whistled at a white woman back then. I guess that's elevating our people back then. And still nobody got charged. And where our leadership opportunity at? When we had our own thing going, Clarence Thomas. When we had everything going, and people like him in our community, when we had things going like that, when everybody was getting along out there and put money back in our community, like Black Wall Street, that was just by it was in these different states. They came and took it from us. How that elevated? How's that elevated? Think about that. The notion that Thomas stood to benefit from the same programs could be seen as hypocrites and criticism that had been leveled at him before by none other than Rosie Parks, saying in 1996, reported by New York that Thomas had all the advantage of affirmative action and went against it. I'm not gonna lie, he had all the advantage and went against it. What he went, how the hell he gonna get in Yale without affirmative action? The decision this week by Supreme Court had awakened that echo with MSNBC host Chris Haynes describing Thomas as having turned around to pull the ladder up behind him. See, he don't want nobody. How that help our community? He don't want nobody at all to get in the best law school or medical school. He think he better than everybody else, but you're supposed to be helping this community out. How are you helping community out? Like I said, Roe versus Wade. Now affirmative action. What's next? What's next? He gonna hello, Brian. What's next? What next you gonna take away from us? What next you gonna take away from the community that helped you get where you was at? See, I'm not scared of these folks. I don't care. He is in the Supreme Court. He know he was wrong, dead wrong. See, several reports from Yale official and representative confirmed that the university followed an affirmative action process at the time Thomas attended its law school. But guess what? Hey, Alpha Buckeye, yeah, we can. Mute up for a minute, Brian. We can. But the thing is, affirmative action had white folks get in there too. Get in the black schools too. HBCUs. So not only did he hurt our black community, he hurt the other communities too, try to get in HBCUs.
Okay, bro. Can I ask you a question about that man? What you said earlier
Yeah.
about the Thomas cat. He said he liked being enslaved. He liked getting whipped. He said slavery was great. He really said that.
Yeah, he wrote that.
What the hell? He was like getting his ass whipped. He must love that shit. Because
I don't know these.
according to my calculation, most
I
people
don't know
try to
what
be
he.
free from that.
Look, I don't know what he. Yeah, but thing is he married to a black woman or a white woman? I think he married to a black woman, white woman, I think. And
Oh man. Like I said, if I'm echoing, I'm sorry. I'm on the
you,
road. I'm working like always, so I apologize if you hear the echoes or whatever.
yeah, real quick. I'm gonna say something right quick. It's like this right here.
Go ahead.
Yes, we don't need affirmative action. We don't need affirmative action. See, and the thing about no mean affirmative action was actually created to help people minority and people who couldn't not get into Yale on their own merit. Because guess what? Affirmative action is still around. Because guess what it called? Legacy. Legacy is like affirmative action. Think it's how some of these folks get. Think of how some of these white folks get in these Harvard, Yale, USC, some of these prestigious colleges. You think they got on their own merit? You think they got in on their own merit? They didn't get in on their own merit, did they? Legacy. That is a form of affirmative action. If you want people to get somewhere and use affirmative action, that's not only in colleges. That's affirmative action in workplaces. Going to get jobs. It's how people get jobs.
Yeah, we're going through that to this day. Hey, I was connection and legacy
You're
over
right,
there.
Alpha.
Who you know, who you like.
Mhm. You're right. You're right, Alpha. That is a legacy in HBCUs. Yeah, but I guarantee you, HBCU is in is Hispanic, white, Asian, any want to get in there without affirmative action. They could get in there without affirmative action. Let's one of us try to go to Harvard. We don't have nobody. Affirmative action is not there. You think we could get in at Harvard, Yale? They're gonna go with legacy over anything else. HBCU is just like every other college. It's a big money business. A big money business. A big money business. See, everything they taking away, guess what? It's not just taking away for us, it's taking away for them too. Now, let's see how smart you really are to get in these schools. Let's see how smart you really are to run a business. Let's see how smart you really are to go get a loan. You go do all these other stuff, taking all this stuff. See, the Supreme Court had gutted a whole lot of stuff. How the hell can the Supreme Court tell a woman what she can and cannot do with her damn body? But guess what? We're supposed to be free, right? Oh, we're gonna get into the Bill of Rights this morning. So we're gonna talk about all subjects this morning. It ain't all about alpha. It's not all about being pressed to go to go to white schools. It's all about the principle of the matter. It's all about the principle having choices. We all got to make choices that we regret and we got to live with. If I got if it's like I can go to this Clark Atlanta, I can go to uh, uh, um, Tuskegee, I can go to Alabama State, I can go to Alabama A&M, I go to Savannah State, I can go to Howard. I go to Florida A&M, Southern, Grambling to go get my law degree, go get my medical. But at the same time, if I want, I, I would love to advance, right? That's still advancing. And for my education in law and medicine, I can I can go to one of them other schools. But how can I go to another school to advance my knowledge if they're gonna choose even in the HBCU, how they go how people gonna get in them or are gonna get into one of them other prestigious schools if they're not going on merit? See, merit is a whole different level. See, you got to raise your game up. See, if it's just like playing, it's just like playing. I'm gonna say basketball for instance. Yeah, basketball for instance. Yeah, you play the lower tier team and beat the mess out of them, but you got to raise your game up step by step till you get to the big time. Till you play somebody that better than you, that make you better. See, you can go to Harvard and Yale, but then again, you still go to HBCU. It ain't nothing wrong with it. It's just a principle of the thing. You taking something away from people that might not have a choice what they do or where they go. That was wrong with our society of today. Is that you want to do this, they want you to do that. Do what you want to do. Do how you feel like doing. Affirmative action is not just in the college; it's in the workplace. Hold on, Alpha. I got you, Alpha. I got you.
Hey, good morning, gentlemen. How y'all doing?
I got you, Alpha. Respect Alpha.
Hello, Alpha. How y'all doing?
All right. How about yourself, Alpha?
Oh man, I'm doing all right, man. It was a little bit too much to type in the chat, so I just wanted to come up here and exchange some dialogue, man.
Oh yeah.
Am I echoing?
Yeah, I understood what you were saying, Alpha. You know what I'm saying? No, you ain't echoing. You're not echoing. It's the prestigious white college and the prestigious black college. Both sides, the white and black, that depending on affirmative action is not gonna get it. You see what I'm saying? But for a man like Clarence Thomas, who used affirmative action to go to Yale Law School to cut it, then say slavery was a good thing, a positive, and it elevated. Come on, man. Where the hell he been at?
Yeah,
You feel what I'm saying?
I definitely can't get down with slavery being a good thing. That's just terrible. But I mean,
Yeah, indeed.
I find myself agreeing with the Republicans on affirmative action, though, man. I feel like it's like a surrender when we advocate that we need affirmative action to get into these white institutions. We have our own institutions. I don't think we need to be admitted based off race when we have our own institutions that we can go to. Yeah, when you say Clarence Thomas used affirmative action to get into Yale, to me that's like a surrender, saying well all the best institutions are white and we need white people to basically give us something just because of race. And I just reject that. I think we can do anything on our own merit. And if Yale and Harvard don't want to admit us, I mean that's why we got our own stuff now. We can build up our own HBCUs. I just don't feel that we need to force people to take us who don't want us.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, can I chime in on that too?
Yeah,
What Alpha
I
said?
understand what you. I
Same
understand what you
thing.
said. Just like I said.
Yeah, we need to be independent. Yeah, be
Go ahead.
focused or be independent. We can't rely on folks to, we can't rely on folks to do things for us. We gotta learn how to do our own. That's why I gotta be independent, do our own thing, have our own colleges, our own jobs, and our own everything. Like I said before, man, We are the only race that complains so much, but we don't do shit about it.
Right.
And we need to
Yeah.
stop. And I'm like, we like complain about everything. I mean everything. And you expect the white man to help you every time? No. That's why some of these white folks tired of you helping. You like you be wondering why white folks don't give a damn about you. Cause you complain and you don't do nothing about it. You say we need this, but you ain't get off your ass and get the job done your damn self. You wanna ask somebody else to do it for you. You gotta get out there and do it yourself. That's what's
Agree.
wrong. We need to
Right.
get off our ass and go to work and do it.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, like in neighborhoods and your cities and your towns and all that. If you tired of the shit y'all looking at every day, go to the officers who in office and go talk to somebody and say, "Hey man, let's have a change. Let's make the streets safer. Let's let the kids go out there and play on playgrounds and be kids, man. Instead of looking every time you go open up the door and stuff like that, you be looking at fear, like looking around, seeing who's out there coming to get them or no what, like, so they can just, hey, I can open a door and I can go out there and walk the streets and just be epic instead of just wandering and looking around worrying. Start talking. Everybody else, we
Yeah.
talk to each other like crap.
Yeah.
Let's talk to everybody else to do the same thing.
Exactly. And when it comes to college
Exactly.
admittance, we actually have the foundation set up. I mean, look at all these HBCUs we already have. But now we're going to complain that, oh, the white people may not let us into their schools anymore. I can't get on with that.
Alpha, we need to kick it down. Let them know, man. Kick it down. Show them that we can do it. We need to make a statement, man. We as black people need to make a statement. We can be better than them. We can be up there with them. No offense to the racists. I'm not racist at all. Everybody complain about this stuff. We need to let them know that we can do just like what the white people can. Stick together and help folks. We can do that. What the white people doing? We black folks can do the same thing. We can do it.
Absolutely.
They are
I
just
agree.
they scared.
Yeah.
Alpha, D2, chat. They scared. They are afraid. They are afraid to open up their mouth and speak, thinking they're gonna get shot down. Talk, man.
Yeah.
If we all can talk at one
And
time, we can make something happen.
yeah. I'm telling you this right here. I'm looking at this. Affirmative action we work both ways with our people and their people. You know what I'm saying? It worked both ways. And guess what? I got accepted in 3 colleges. Auburn, Jacksonville State, and Alabama State. You see what I'm saying? Without affirmative action. You feel what I'm saying? And it don't mean I didn't have the money to go to college. I didn't have the money to go to college. You see what I'm saying? See, and even in the job workplaces, they try to use race. But what people fail to realize about affirmative action is not just about the color of your skin. It's something else too that goes along with it. And we as people, see, nobody want to have these kind of discussions that I be having. You notice that, don't you, Alpha? You notice that, Brian? You notice they don't want to have this kind of discussion because they're scared of the white folks.
Yeah, scared what they're gonna say to them.
They're scared of the white folks.
Yeah, I see a lot of white folks there.
Alpha. Hey, Alpha
Yep.
and Brian, I don't give a damn. No, I don't give a damn.
I know. Hell no, you don't.
Hey, I've been. What I gotta be scared of? What lie
Nothing,
do I have
man.
to be? What lie do I? What? I already been to have a $12,500 bounty put on my damn head in 2020. So what else can they do to me? See, they come lock me up. They come lock me up for what? That goes to the Bill of Rights, freedom of speech. Is freedom? Hey, are we free? That is the question. Are we free? Are we truly free?
We tired of being, people need to stop being lambs to the slaughter. Just take it, and take it. And no, man, we gotta say no. That's enough, man. We ain't gonna be lambs to. So we ain't gonna be lambs running to the slaughter to get cut up and blood everywhere. No, man, we gonna say hell no. We ain't gonna do this shit. Cause we sick and tired of it. And it's time to make a stand.
Right.
Don't be afraid of the demon, man.
Right.
Yeah, we gotta make a stand and tell them straight up, man. No, man. Man, no.
I want y'all to hear what Dr. Rashad Ritchie had to say. I'm let y'all. I want y'all to hear what Dr. Broussard Richard had to say.
Okay,
All right.
so you apply.
Hold on, it's on a commercial right now. He spoke about it. He broke it down too. Hold on.
Affirmative action, Thomas, benefited from the very program that he decided to gut recently. Yes, United States Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas literally benefited from affirmative action. Let's get into it. I have the background, details, and the insanity. Affirmative action policies at college campuses across the United States were effectively banned after a United States Supreme Court ruling that put an end to years of precedent. The policy, which had aimed to help increase minority college admissions, was prohibited after SCOTUS was asked to consider whether colleges should no longer be able to use race as a consideration when admitting students. They are standing behind Article 14. Article 14 of the U.S. Constitution provides protection for equality, equal protection clause. Let's dive deep into what has really happened. I'm a college professor. The reason why universities will take race into consideration is the enrichment of the overall experience. Colleges have the ability to place parameters on recruitment and admissions. Many people are under the false impression that affirmative action, which, by the way, is not really a policy, it's a set of policies to enhance diversity. But the impression that affirmative action means that you take a qualified person and you remove them from entry to accept an action or diversity inclusion programs operate in higher education. The way they work is this, very simple. You must meet the requirements to even be considered. You must meet the standards placed by the institution. Once you meet those standards, after that phase has been accomplished, the institution is able to then consider other factors, such as leadership capacity, the ability to overcome difficult circumstances, your participation in extracurricular activities, and yes, even race. Not because of skin color alone, because of the adverse experiences the skin color, the immutable factor, will bring to you. And because of the historical injustices done by individuals who are less than good faith actors when it comes to accepting students into colleges. But at the height of hypocrisy, Clarence Thomas, U.S. Supreme Court Justice, not only benefited from being an affirmative action student at Yale Law, he also talked about discrimination, racism inside of the Catholic Church when he wanted to become a priest. And then he moves on to go to Yale Law under their affirmative action clause. He gets appointed to the Civil Rights Division of the United States Department of Education.
I'm gonna stop right there. But you see how he actually broke it down, though. You notice how he broke it down. It's not just it's all colleges. You know what I'm saying? It's all colleges, all workplaces. It's kind of like it's a slap in the face. But you know what I found really a slap in the face though? Roe versus Wade. That's a slap in the face right there.
Oh,
That's
man.
a slap in the face. What's gonna be next? What's gonna be
wait.
next?
How is that a slap in the face?
That's right. Roe versus Wade.
Yeah. How is that a slap in the face?
First they want to talk about the Constitution. We got freedom to do this and do that, right? But yeah, you want to tell a woman, you're gonna try to tell a woman what she can and cannot do with her body. How that freedom?
Well, the premise is wrong though, D. They're not telling a woman what they can and can't do. Stopping Roe versus Wade just reverted it. It took it from being a federal guideline to a state policy. They didn't stop the right for abortion. It just allows the states to set the parameters.
Yeah.
There was never a law. There was never a federal law passed outlining abortion. It was previously with the states. Each individual state has a right to set their own parameters, and the politicians in each state is voted by their constituents.
Yeah.
So I don't think they're telling anybody to do anything. They're basically saying let the states decide what they want to do.
Yeah, and they just and think about it. Where I see some of the states, what they doing now, they either outright say, "Oh, women can't get an abortion." You see what I'm saying? It kind of like they open the floodgates.
Right.
And,
Well, but guess what though? That ain't you can move. You can go to a different state, or you can elect politicians. If the state of Georgia or the state of Maine, wherever you at, if they want abortions, that's up to the people of those states to do so.
yeah, but there's some states that got the abortion where if the woman or the child or some medical whatever, they can get one. But some of these states
in California, you can have one up to 9 months. In California and New York, in some states you can't have it at all. But the point is though, it's a states' right issue. That's the essence of Roe versus Wade. They're not saying you can't have an abortion or not. They're just saying it's up to each individual state to determine it.
Yeah, and
some of them doing it, other ones, some states doing it, and other states don't do it.
Yeah,
right.
And some states is so strict. I think Texas, Louisiana, one of them states. I think Louisiana, one woman, the child.
Yeah, the red states are strict. The red states are strict. Was the blue states are the ones that are more lax on it. But see, if the Supreme Court said no abortions, that would mean California, New York, they couldn't have it. Mm-hmm. There's still plenty of states doing it. It's just now it's depending on where you're at. And if you feel like you want your state to have abortions, then there need to be a grassroots effort to elect politicians, to find coalitions who want to get people elected who favors that.
Okay, question, Alpha. If the Supreme Court said no abortion, that means everybody in the United States can't have abortions, right? If the Supreme Court put their finger, put their foot down and say no abortions, that means every state can't have abortions, right?
Right. If they said that, that would be correct.
Yeah.
Okay. I was just making sure. I'm finna drop down, man, because I'm still working right now. I might pop back up if your show still going on. Alpha, D-True.
Yeah, the show going on because I got a whole lot.
What you about to say, bro?
I said,
I'm gonna pop back up, man. Yeah, I'm finna make my stop back at my job, man. I might pop back up, man, when I'm on break.
Okay. Take it easy.
All right, man. All right, Alpha.
Have a good one.
All right, God bless you guys. Man, y'all be safe. God bless.
You too, bro.
Yeah. Hey, Alpha. They don't realize how. See, what thing I've realized though, as my years of growing up and still learning, is that I take a look around me and look at all the inventions that have been invented. We are some smart group of people.
Man, Black people we invented the most stuff, man. And I mean, we literally built America, bro.
Yeah.
Like we came up with more than half our fair share of innovative technologies that we use today.
Yeah.
And that's why I came on the panel, because I'm just like, man, I see how folks are saying, Clarence Thomas benefited from affirmative action. It's an attack on Black folks, but I just look at it a different way, man. Like, I feel like this will force the best out of us. Yeah. Man, if Black people ain't going to Yale and Harvard, and now we going to Jackson State, Tennessee State, Spelman, all the HBCUs that we already have, that we already had, that's already here. Man, there's no telling what future things that we may come up with, man. And that's why I said, instead of just, trying to force ourselves into these white institutions, giving, and I'm not racist by anything, but we know what it is. Instead of giving our money and our education to these predominant white universities, man, let's do our own. Let's build up our own house. Yeah. And then, once Spelman becomes a top college, then we can decide who we let in, how many Hispanics. Because you got to remember, D Truth, the affirmative action goes both ways now.
Yeah, I
Now
know.
we don't gotta let in whites or Hispanics or anybody else. We can
And,
now
and,
set our own emission guidelines.
and that's what I said. I said
You
that
said
no,
that, you
not
did.
on us, not on us. It's them too. Think how they feeling right. Think how they feeling right now. And what people fail to realize before affirmative action was already there with legacy.
Yeah, I look at legacy a little bit different than affirmative action, man. Like, for example, like you and Armando, y'all run 20 East. If y'all want y'all kids to take over 20 East when something happened to y'all, that's y'all's right. You know, when it comes to college, people who went to colleges and their kids may get into, I don't have a problem with that because I feel like it ain't based off race. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I believe that you should be able to give your kids a leg up. I think legacy is a little bit different, in my opinion. You know, other people may look at it differently, but it's not legacy is not based off race. Because think about it. There's been plenty of black folks who went to Harvard and went to Yale. I don't mind if they're able to get their kids into Harvard and Yale if they, if they want their kids to go there. Same way with our institutions as well.
Yeah. Hey, you know, nothing. No reason I said that is I don't mind legacy either. But if you got a kid that got it, got the grades, got the SATs, all that good score, whatever, and you got this kid over here, they don't have it, and they just and you want to go off of merit, they don't have it, and you just going off because their parents went there. That's dead wrong. But I don't care HBCUs or any college. It's dead wrong.
Yeah, I can understand that. You're saying like if there's a qualified kid who don't have legacy, but then there's a kid with poor grades with legacy, and that kid gets in over the qualified kid, that's wrong. I can understand that, but here's the reverse side though. That's only going to drag down that particular university. If you're taking in a bunch of unqualified people, then your accreditation is going to suffer for it, right? Like if Harvard and Yale isn't taking the best, then and because you're focused on legacy, eventually the value of that degree will fall with it.
Yep. Let's take a little step further.
All right.
Let's take a little step further. Like we know about food stamps and all that stuff. We know we laugh and joke about that sometimes. But I look at people. We don't even shop at our own. We got a black store. We'll walk past the black store and go to somebody else's store. But you want to keep the money in the neighborhood. But guess what? What are you doing? You see what I'm saying? It's kind of like you said, oh, they might have knockoff, but hold up. Can't you say the same thing about the other place that you're going to shop at?
You can. You can. I totally agree. I mean, we could take it another step forward. Look how many times we complain about the inner cities, right? The inner cities is this, nobody, they treat black folks in the inner city bad. It's not equal. But then if we being totally real, right? We keeping it 100. When black people from the inner city they go to college, they get money. A lot of them move to the burbs with the white folks. We don't stay in the inner cities and actually build up the places we come from. We flee. So that's something that we need to take ownership with ourselves. It's back to what Brian was saying. Like we in this whole topic, we as black people have to embetter us. As we've seen over the last 50 years, man, nobody is coming to save us. We can't force white people to save us. We can't force the government to save us and keep us on welfare. We have to build our own economy within America to uplift each other.
Yep.
And like you said, in your example was perfectly well said, bro. Like, you don't want to go to a black owned store. You want to go to one of these white knockoff stores. Why? Because I guess the brand or whatever. You feel more bougie when you can go to the white places, but we got places in the hood that we could be building up and propping up ourselves. So I agree with you.
Anthony, I respect. I caught you looking 69, and Nation was in here. Respect to you. Hey, I know you be ghost watching me too. So you heard me say this. Look at all the big athlete, all the ones that got money, actors, singers, whatever you want to call them, that got the money. How many times have you seen them come back to try to build up the neighborhood, reconstruct houses? How many times have you seen that?
You don't see it often. I give a guy like LeBron credit. He built up in Cleveland. Akron at I Promise School that helps inner city youth.
Mm-hmm.
But he's one of very few, bro. I mean, you're right, man. They take their money and they go to Beverly Hills or New York or somewhere. I mean, look at down where you guys are, man. Y'all have a lot of black athletes, man, and Atlanta is good, but you can be building up the inner cities too. Listening to Armando's live last night when he was talking about all the hoods, that we was referring to. There's a lot of athletes, a lot of people with money who, if we collectively work, we can build those places up, man, to be, great places to live. But once again, we got to invest in ourselves, man. Like, we can't get our money and then flee, but then say, well, black folks need affirmative action. No, if we bring in our economic value into these hoods, we won't need affirmative action because we can build our own shit. Then we go be having conversations on, okay, how many people should we let into our shit? You know what I'm saying? Instead of us trying to go into, to predominantly white places.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what's wrong with some of our people, right? Take a look at Tulsa, Oklahoma. Take a look at some of these other Black Wall Street that don't get mentioned as that one in Greenwood, right?
Right.
Had everything. It had everything. See, I think that was some of these folks scared of. See what I'm saying? They scared. You can't be scared. What they say? If you don't put money in, you can't make no money.
Scared money don't make money. That's what it is.
There you go.
Scared money don't make money.
You know what I'm talking about.
I remember that.
Which is true. But the thing is, everybody say, oh, I got to put this in this certain neighborhood. Cause of this, right? I'm not going to put this store in this neighborhood because there's too much crime going on. Okay. Think about it for a minute.
Sad.
Yeah, it is sad. And I know you'll see this too. Riding down the street, some houses in certain neighborhood got bars on the window, bars on the doors.
Yep. It's like a fortress.
That is, it actually is dangerous to have that on there.
Right, because you got people wondering, like, what they got to hide. But here's another thing, though, D-True.
Just in case a fire breaks out, how you gonna get out?
I mean, I know those bars supposed to have emergency levers, but yeah, you're right. Your point is taken. Like, yeah, stuff can happen. And yeah, you got all that stuff in your windows. But the truth, here's another thing though, man. When it comes about scared money, not making money, what happens? And I know y'all got this down south, right? Like when Indians come over, when Asians come over, you notice they build their stuff in the hoods. These Chinese restaurants in the hoods. You got the Indian migrants. They come and work in the convenience stores. The Arabs coming into the hoods working easy. They're not scared of the hood. They're coming in and they grinding. They're not coming in asking for no handouts. They coming in working 20-hour shifts at these convenience stores, and they building their own wealth in our own neighborhoods, doing shit that we should be doing in our own hoods. They're literally making money to do
it. Yeah. Yeah, you know something else? It's like caught you looking 69 said this. You go buy a house. Tell me how stupid this is right here. You go buy a house, right? In these subdivisions, HOAs, and you buy the house on the land. The house paid for. But guess what? But guess what? You don't own. You own the house, but you don't own the damn land to sit on.
Right. You got to have both, man. Because now they can decide what you can do with the house and whatnot.
Mm-hmm. And that's another form of what? Control, right? That's
Right.
all it is. It's hold on. I got something I want you to listen to. I got something for the audience to listen to. It was sent to me on my Instagram, and I'm gonna piss somebody off when I play it. I don't care. You already know that. I don't care. Hold on, see
Play
can I
that shit,
find it?
man.
Hold on, see can I find it? You know what, Alpha? You already know who I am. Alpha, you already know who I am. You already know I am. Hold on. Give me a few. Hold on.
Literally say Monday morning we're not going to go to work. Imagine if 30 million. They can't even give it.
Hold on. I forgot to start it over. Hold on. I got to take some. You know, the technology. You got to do this. Got to do that.
We need to come together and do one thing: stop participating. And when we do that, the game is over. When we literally say Monday morning we're not going to go to work. Imagine if 30 million people didn't go to work Monday. Imagine if 30 million people didn't buy gas on Monday. Imagine if 30 million people went to the bank on Monday and said, I want to withdraw all my money. They can't even give it to all 30 million because only 15% of the cash is available on hand at any given time. The rest is fake zeros and ones. That would collapse the banking system in one day. You see the power in that? You have the power. We all have the power. But what's keeping us back from doing this? Fear. Oh my God, if I don't go to work, I'm going to get fired. And if they don't participate in it, and I'm the only one that doesn't show up for work, I'm going to lose out, and you're not going to be able to pay my rent. I'm not going to be able to make my car payment, and so forth and so on. You see the trap they have us in? They have us in this system where we're afraid to work together. Man, we're brothers. We should be, link up. Let's do this together. We need to come together and do one thing: stop participating. And when we do that, the game is.
You heard that, didn't you?
I heard it. And he's right.
Hey,
he's right. Black people have an immense amount of economic power in this country.
Yep. You're right about that. And I think you heard me say that. Just think about it. Just think if all the athletes stop playing sports, right? What the owners, what they going to be left with?
Despair. They will have nothing. Same with the entertainment industry as well.
See, Yep. And you know what the damn shame about the entertainment industry now is that the hip hop artists got to rap out shooters and the drugs, all that bullshit, the hard shit, and the women nowadays got to do all this twerking and wear these skimpy clothes,
right?
Get noticed. But Alpha, back in the day when we were growing up, it was none of that. Hip hop, Public Enemy. 911's a joke. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Even something like the Sugar Hill Gang.
Yeah. And Queen Latifah, Lady First. UNITY. They weren't showing their body. They were rapping about what's real, what we're supposed to be fighting for. Still today, we're supposed to be fighting for.
Man, look at the BET Awards, bro. Look how the women got to do all that crazy shit, man. The black women got to do all that crazy shit nowadays, bro. Like, this is how they use us, man. Like, I feel like all this shit is a big chessboard, bro. Like, we're black folks right now don't realize the power that we have, and we're just pawns for the white industrial complex, bro. Like that determines what's entertaining to them. We need to take control of our own shit everywhere, man.
Yeah.
The thing is though, our biggest issue is that you have to be united, as in you have to have a common goal to coalesce around. If we were to take the gentleman's advice and we stop spending and we boycott, what do we do with it? You got to have a plan. Like, are we going to rally around a particular set of values, a particular set of policy goals? Those are the types of things that you got to have a strategy for, and that we as Black folks got to agree that's going to improve our communities. That's the biggest challenge right now. You know, we're so all over the place. We're so easily influenced by the corporate media. We have to coalesce around one common objective. That's how we passed the civil rights legislation in the 60s. So Martin Luther King, God bless his heart, he was a leader, man. He had everybody on, most Black people on one accord. We don't have that right now. You know, right now we are puppets of the white media establishment that helps sway our opinions, and we can't have that. We have to lead.
Respect really Stereo 8. And you know something else? And you got something, some of our people that I'm going to correct the, I will say it again. The people that sells our people out is not no Uncle Tom. They are called Sambos. Go do your research. Go do your history research. It's called He is called Sambo. And some of our people are Sambo. They want to get jealous because if that happens, you already know what's going to be happening. Somebody say, "Oh, he or she doing this too much. He got too much of this right here. They ain't got enough attention." You see what I'm saying?
Right.
But we got, sooner or later, we got to come together. See, that's why, you heard me say, I would like to get some of these our Black so-called gangs together, right? But they don't realize the game wasn't started for what they doing today.
It was to protect other Black people back in the day, and then that somehow just went off the rails.
Yeah. And this is a deep discussion where we have. I already know I have the deep discussion. But I'm like, think about it. Alpha, just think about you, Brian, Armando, myself, and sit down with the men. Sit down with the men. After the games, just sit down with them and ask them this one question: why you don't like him? What do you see when you look at the other gang members of the opposite side? What did you see, and why you don't like them? I guarantee you we couldn't get a direct answer.
No, you don't get no good answer, bro. They don't know why they don't like each other. They just doing it because somebody else don't like that person. They're gonna go along with the flow. They like sheep. Following land, lead them to the slaughter. That's all that is. That's all that is, man.
And greed. I mean, honestly, when you see with gang violence, a lot of people kill over money. It's greed. They want the hot corner. Yeah. And that makes us so much different than other races, man. Like when the Italians got the mafia, if you kill another Italian, you are ostracized. You cannot do that. When Asians come over here, they all squad up. Like, imagine how popular, that's a terrible use of word. Imagine how much better we would be if we are going to do drugs and prostitution, if we work together and control it for ourselves. But we fight each other, but we can't even come together for a common goal. Like, if Black folks should work, if we going to do illegal activity, then we need to be working together to dominate it. Like, that's what the Italians do. You don't have these Italian on Italian wars or Chinese versus other Chinese wars. When it comes to illegal activities, they work together to go against Black folks. who then, if black folks get power, you look at the Crips and the Bloods, they fight each other in California. And now we took so many of our numbers down. Now the Hispanics have basically taken all over Southern LA and Compton now. We're the minority there. Because they stayed together and we was too busy offing each other, which is a damn shame.
Yep. I'm gonna tell you this right here. It's just go for the women too. You know I call it down the middle. Y'all know I call it down the middle. And then on top of that, you got some that all black females. You stop doubting the brother when he down and out. See, this is what I don't understand. Why you gonna stick? You know the brother going back and forth to prison, jail, whatever, and you stick by. And you know how hard it is when you get out here, try to find something, establish something, and get something going. But yet you doubted him. And you still stuck, but you still stuck with him 10, 20 years, or whatever, how long he be locked up. You still stuck by him. But yet you stuck by him because you love him. But when you get out here, you act like you don't love him. Make up your mind.
A lot of them like that, D. Be true.
That's a big that's a big blow to. And I'm gonna say it to men. Men, get off your goddamn high horse. Get off your damn pride and your ego. That kills a whole lot of folks, don't it? Ego and pride.
Real talk, bro. Real talk.
And greed. Ego, pride, and greed.
Yeah. Be true, Alpha. I think I heard me say this before, man. I be thinking, bro, it's the women that's telling them niggas what to do. Everything a woman say, they gonna go follow. Some of them probably won't listen to them, but most of the women, most of the dudes in the streets in the hood, gonna listen to what a woman telling them what to do. If something go wrong, it's like if a dude did a woman wrong or one of the homegirls got a problem with this so and so person, they ain't gonna do it themselves. They gonna say, I'm gonna get my boyfriend, let my boyfriend take care of it for you. I'm like, and they'll go out there and fall like a little dog and go do what the lady tell them to do, and then they get it done. Instead of having their own mind and focus, like, no, what he did to you? You know what I mean? What he did to you?
Right.
Like, he did nothing to me. Yeah.
That'd be so sad too, bro. Like you said, the woman that have a beef, she go get her husband. Go get her dude. Her dude then goes, kills a guy or something. He goes to jail, and then that woman moves on to another dude.
Yeah,
behind bars. That's sad.
Yeah, go fuck another nigga. Yeah, go fuck another nigga. Maybe some lesbian, go fuck another female. I don't know. How this world is nowadays, who knows? I'm moving on though. But yeah, that's how it be. You gotta have your own identity, your own path. Don't let nobody tell you what you can and cannot do and tell you what to do. If you don't want to do it, man, you don't want to do it. If she don't like what your decision is, she never was about with you.
Respect to Anita Sweet, she's in the house. How you feeling, sweetheart? And this one woman right here, she is fighting cancer, bro. You know what I'm saying? She fighting. Every time I go live, she show up in the chat and
They're praying for you.
yeah, know what I'm saying? She show up in the chat and she fighting. Even if I say tonight I do a live and have music playing, she gonna show up in the chat. I'll make her feel good. Know what I'm saying? Cause that's what we supposed to do. When each other down and out, we supposed to make each other feel good. See, some of us don't want to listen to what each other got to say. See, what I tell people, you got to hear what each other's saying and listen. And you got to listen to what each other's saying and hear them. That go over a whole lot of people's head, don't it?
It does.
Man, yeah, it does, man.
T.T, what's going on, my brother?
Hey,
What's going on, my dog?
On that subject right there, with the female, you know what I'm saying? It's all about emotions and what they see, what their
I'm gonna
mama
mute my mic.
see,
I'll be right back.
well, everything. With all that it comes into play in a female mind. And like I said, she's gonna fall into that bad boy situation and holding him down, but then don't hold him down because you know what I'm saying. He's seen it before, so that's what's going on. that direction.
Yeah,
So,
and you're right, you're right, and I see this too. Okay, you got this got this all ties in together. Y'all notice that, right? This all ties into what the subject started off with. Got this man. He's doing all he can, got his own business, doing all this, but she said he ain't excited, right? Vice versa, and they want some excitement in their life. See where I'm going with it? They want some excitement in their life, but that excitement will get you killed, get you hurt, get your family hurt. Cause what if a guy go be with a girl? He found out that she with another guy. That them two is going at each other. Even with we don't see that with females with a guy. They going at oh that's my man. No, that's my man. That's my woman. No, that's my woman. And the one they fighting over, they're sitting back and laughing. They fighting over me, and that's what we got to stop. And if we don't stop, if we don't stop that, I'm gonna tell you, I'm not gonna fight over. I ain't gonna fight over a woman. I don't spend no woman fight over me. How y'all feel about that one?
I feel we just got to make better decisions collectively. Women can't put our men in a situation, but men also can't fall blindly into a situation like this. Men have to lead. Restraint is not a bad thing. You know, a lot of pride happens, and a lot of our bad things happens because you lack the necessary restraint. You know, so if you wrong me, D Truth, I don't gotta come and cuss you out. I can think things through and not be so emotional. I forgot one of the gentlemen on here used the word emotion, and I think that was a perfect word. We have to keep our emotions under check, and we have to restrain ourselves and be willing to talk things out and work together on stuff, man. Even in conflict, when you're having a problem with your neighbor, man, not everything got to escalate to something crazy. Not everything got to escalate to something crazy on the street. We have to work with restraint, both sides, men and women, because I don't just blame the women. If you follow as a man, you're just as gullible as well. So
Yeah,
that's how I think of it.
yeah. Alpha, I went live 3 times, caught out 3 people, right? And dropped a link for them. And I just, you know me, I just want to talk, get an understanding. You see what I'm saying? Get an understanding. I'm not going to yell. I'm not going to scream. But if we can't come together and me as humans, sit down, and talk, see what the problem is, how we gonna get somewhere? How we gonna get somewhere?
Agreed. Agreed.
right.
And thing is all start if a child, if your household is chaotic and a child is there, what the child gonna look for? A chaotic relationship, a chaotic situation. Tell me if I'm wrong now.
Yeah. Trust me, I've been in no type of situation.
And I know T19 Alpha and Brian and everybody else in the chat heard me say this right here. About myself, I have seen my sister, my mom being abused by men. You know what I'm saying? Verbally, physically. And I whooped their ass. Cause that was my mom, right? Just like uh just like that case up in Chicago. He protected his mom. That why that why they charged him, then dropped all the charges.
Yep.
And and if see and you know how they say if a person see and do what they see, they do what they see, especially a kid. Not all children do what they see. Not if a parent is inwarding a child, they child, or rather inwarding a child or outwarding a child, that don't mean the child gonna become that. If a man or woman abuses another man or woman, verbally or physically, that don't mean that child gonna become that. But at
Well,
the
that's
same
true.
but at the same time, they could. See, that's why sometimes you gotta sit down with your child, gotta sit down with each other, and we gotta talk. Because just like I said, affirmative action, it all good and well. But what can you do on your own merit? You gotta go out here and networking. Networking is good, ain't it? Networking is
Yeah, touching on with the fortune and everything, I think all that is wrong. This is my thing. He had no right to put his hands on that woman, and she had no right to go back and forth with that man, unless y'all in a relationship or something like that. But at the end of the day, you put yourself in that situation, what you ain't had to do. Now, one person dead, one locked up, then got out. Then I don't know. You know what I'm saying? This got to stop. Females need to start getting in the man's face like that. And it's just silly. You a woman, he's a man. You should not argue over something that is not. Or I mean, if you in a relationship with that dude, whatever, it's still bad though. You shouldn't be fussing and fighting and arguing in front of people anyway. But at the end of the day, you shouldn't get up in that man's face like that. And you know
Agreed.
what I'm saying? And you just that's the wrong thing to do though. I said this is all about emotion. You know what I'm saying? With the females, they more emotional. Men, we think logic. We in a logic situation. We don't use our emotions. That's what I keep seeing on this app. We use emotions without just thinking logically. And I just feel like we need to, some men, we need to just reevaluate ourselves, our mental state, instead of going emotionally and just comprehend what the person is saying, not going off of one word and trigger. And that's all I got to say about that one. But I just I just think it just need to start from there, from the home.
Yeah, I agree, man. When it comes to that case, like the in my opinion, the only person who was right was really the son. Because you got the woman going off at the dude, but the dude couldn't restrain himself and you start attacking a woman. I mean, physically attacking a woman. If the woman wasn't riled up and if the man wasn't riled up, then that whole situation don't happen. I don't blame the boy at all for what he did because that's a natural response when you see a grown man beating on your mom. I felt he was the only one who was really right in the situation. And
That's true.
in my opinion, he showed restraint. I mean, once the punches start throwing, that's when he blasted on the nigga. I don't blame the kid, but the adults should have figured that out. The woman maybe should have just ignored the dude and not say anything to him, but the dude definitely can't put his hands on him. It was too many emotions, and no one could restrain themselves. And those are my two words, man: emotion and restraint. Had both of those individuals practice that situation don't happen. But I think the 14-year-old boy, he showed he was the most mature out of all of them, and he took care of business.
True.
y'all. T and Alpha, hold it down for a minute. I gotta take care of Mama right quick.
But yeah,
But
that I just think that gets us in a lot of situations, man, where we got to just think through logically, man, in the heat of the moment. It'll stop a lot of violence, just not in Chicago, but in all places, man. Most of the things I see is based off emotional reactions.
Right, and that's what I'm saying, man. We need to Oh, excuse me. I know that's what I'm saying. You need to stop all this emotional reaction. Just think. People out here they doing an emotional reaction. Since they get in, since they doing the reaction, bad things happen because they're not thinking logically.
Right, right, man. My uncle, I mean, he's going to do 40 years, man, and he's been down for 15 years. And he just says all the time, bro, like in his letters, his visits, he's just like, man, if I only would have thought this through, what got me in here for this 40-year bid definitely wasn't, worth what I did. And he's older now. He's a little bit more wiser, but he just reflects back on when he was young and he was just like, I was only 25, now I'm 40. You know what I'm saying? If I would have done this, if I would just thought this through, I basically don't lose my life because he's basically serving a life sentence. And it was all because he was emotional and felt disrespected.
Yep.
And you ask yourself, how much of that is your life worth? Is it worth going to prison? Me, for an emotional reaction, it ain't even worth going for a year or 30
Right. Me
days.
That's true. Hey, can I put my 2 cents in on that? What y'all was talking about earlier? I was
Go
busy
ahead.
doing a little work. Now I got time to talk now. It's about the emotion. Y'all was talking about the kid, had to defend his mama against old boy.
Yep, go for it, bro.
Yeah. I said that the other day. D Truth was there too. Remember that we had that with me, you, and Black, and the rest of them. And people had mixed emotions. Some women like, be around that type of shit. And I said, man, I don't even like. I like. If I ever do something like that, I will not live with myself. I can't have that in my conscience. I'm a gentleman, man. Like I said, if I argue with a woman, man, I'm gonna walk away, man. I'm going to walk away. And bro, cause like women gonna tell you like, oh, you a bitch. Why you walking away from me? Why you can't say it to my face? I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just keep walking away. And then if you get me to do something to you, it's in that bedroom, and I'm tearing it up. That is the only way I'm gonna put my hands on you. Other than that, that's probably what you want anyway. That's why you're so goddamn mad. But that's all you want. Every woman like that. I dated women like that. My style at the time, man, my code, man. I respect women. If women piss me off, I just walk away. If women want to taunt you and shit, yeah, you get in their face and argue back with them. But all the thing it does is I can just hear it in their voice. I'm like, what you gonna do about it? Then she starts smiling about it. I'm like, this motherfucker woman crazy as hell. But you know what? I go down to business, put it on her, she'll come right down. Some of them women like that. That's what's wrong with us men. We need to control our emotions because we got to. That's what being men is all about. That's what I was telling Black. I had defended, Nashawn was talking about that a couple of weeks ago, and I defended him on the part. Like, some guys, they would not learn to do that. They was not around that. Nobody taught them that. They go by what they go on the streets and whatnot. And that's why I was telling Black all that. Some people ain't got no discipline or nothing like that. People, they had to learn things the hard way, and it sucks, man.
Yeah, respect to Diamond Shooter. Hey, Diamond Shooter, if you got a little time, we would love to have a woman's point of view on this because it's not only men that got to control their emotion. Women got to control their emotion too. We know women. Some women are emotional. Some women are, and some men like us on the panel. We think before we react. See, when we don't think before we react, that when we react before we think. Be there for a minute, Brian.
I did.
Oh,
Hold on. Can you hear me now?
Yeah. We as humans, I'm talking about, I don't care green, purple, white, I don't care what your skin color is, we all deal with an emotion. Mute up, mute up, mute up.
Yeah, I'm trying to get out now.
We all deal with an emotion. And when the emotion gets in part, when we all gets when we all gets in there and the emotion gets involved, all hell gonna break loose. Ain't no telling what gonna get. Cause one thing I know, when we go arguing back and forth, we're not hearing what each other's saying, and and then all of a sudden something happens in our community. Somebody else does something, and somebody else does something to one of our people in our community, in our another black person, us from another community does something to like a police, a Caucasian, Asian, whatever. We all want to be up in the uproar. Okay, what that same emotional feeling about when we do it to each other. See, we all put our emotions. I ain't gonna say we all. Some of us put our emotion into the wrong thing. What emotion for what's going on in the neighborhood? What emotion for? Oh, I got. What emotion is sit down and talk to your child, not calling your woman a B and a H. What are the emotions that when woman is calling a man no good? You're not the father. What are the emotion that when a dad telling a little girl you just like your mama? What are the emotion that when you telling a mama telling the son you just like your daddy, knowing the daddy and the mama ain't no good? See, they said words don't hurt. Yeah, sometimes they do hurt because the child gonna grow up thinking, "Hey, I ain't no good." What the emotion that when we not come together, we fight against each other. That's why we can't have nothing. Cause some of us think, oh, he or she got this right here. They too bougie for me. Some of us still out here trying to live or want to keep up with the Joneses, knowing that, hey, little do they know the Joneses broke too.
Yeah, that's facts, man. But you know, I think both sides definitely need to practice the emotion and the restraint. But I also agree with Diamond Shooter. I think women, as by nature, are more emotional beings. So the onus is going to be more on us men to reduce our emotions and practice restraint. Like in the Chicago thing that we was just discussing, man.
Mm-hmm.
No matter what that woman did, bro, as long as she wasn't putting her hands on him, like, bro, you don't even got to walk away. Just ignore it, bro. Like, if he just wait for his food, don't do anything, none of that stuff happens, man. There's nothing words that woman can say. There's no words that woman can say that should cause that dude to start throwing, jabs at her like that.
Mm-hmm.
And had he just sat there, he didn't have to walk away. He just sit there, like, all right, whatever. And just don't say anything else to her. He don't lose his life. Now I'm not putting all the onus on men. It takes a community to fix a lot of this shit, but like the men gonna have to lead for sure. I mean that's just gonna how it's have to be. We can't let women lead the other way. And I believe with what a lot of us having, coming from broken homes, single parent households, a lot of men in our community are used to women leading, and we need to snatch that back. Men gotta lead. Men gotta de-escalate. I know y'all see World Star videos where these girls be fighting and stuff, and dudes be there egging it on. That's where the men got to step up and take over the community. Men are the head of household.
Yeah, all that monkey stuff going on, you know what I'm saying? Then white folks looking at us, laughing at us, looking at us like we some monkeys, animals, and stuff like that.
But you also got to realize. You also got to realize it's not just happening in the black folks' neighborhood home. It happening there too. But theirs are not broadcast like ours do. And I did a show when pulling up goes wrong. See what I'm saying? That's a child. That's a women's emotion, and this is what Darvish would said. We as men are emotional creatures. Some a little more than others. Men are supposed to be in touch with their feelings, not to be overly emotional. That's coming from a woman. That what you said, Alpha. That what you said, T19. That what you said, Brian. That what I've been saying.
Yep.
Yeah.
Indeed.
See, then she goes and says, man was created to be warriors, to be strong for the woman. Look, and then she goes and say, if the man are breaking the woman down, she has no other choice but to become strong for herself, which is true. Which is true. Because how many times have you seen a woman and a man together, and the man will beat her down so bad. A man will beat her down so bad that she don't know which way is up, which way is down, which way she's going. Then all of a sudden, she gets stronger. Then all of a sudden she gets stronger as she goes on, and then the next man come along. He try to lead, but she been doing it by herself so long, she don't know how to follow.
I've seen that, man. That's true. That's true. And it's the same when a little girl is raised, in a household without a man in it. She's almost forced, to grow up like that, to be strong for herself. It all comes back down to us at the end of the day, bro. Like, from raising daughters to being with women, the man has to be the alpha male, and we have to lead. And like Diamond Shooter said, everything she said is right, bro. Like,
That's
we
true.
have to do better, and we have to show restraint and keep our emotions in check. Now, once again, the 14-year-old, he kept his emotions in check. Old dude starts punching his mom. He blew him away. I think that's the perfect example of being a young man.
He defended his mom. He defended his mom. He did what he had to do was right.
Absolutely. So if the man who was hitting the woman would have had restraint and wasn't so emotional like a woman, then none of this happens. So yeah, we need strong men, man. We need strong men. We gotta be better.
And Alpha, be true, Tehran. We as men, we need to start back leading again. We need to start back like, hey man, whatever says goes in the house goes. Good men. I ain't talking about these simple-minded idiots in the hoods that don't know how to think for themselves. We need to tell our kids, man, what's right and what's wrong, and do better. Because now these women are taking charge, and it's and I'm gonna say it like this here. People might not like what I'm gonna say, and then if the government had their way in it, and they'll run, some of these women run to the government, to the white man for backup and everything like that. They got easy things. They got Section 8, food stamps, all that.
Right.
As we, like I am right now, Alpha, y'all, I'm working right now to get my bills paid. I got to pay the whole amount what I have to owe. Some of them got Section 8. They have to pay like $50 a month. Man, and it'd be a nice ass, like a townhome or a nice ass decent apartment. And they only got to pay $50. Man, let us niggas go out there and get a nice ass house. I have to pay $50 and still save money up to do better things. Things will be a whole lot easier. But it's Walt Disney fairy tale type shit for us, for our dreams. But the women always talking about they equal to us. If y'all equal to us, let's have the same rules. Like these women leave their kids in the cars and they die. And then they'll come with an excuse. Oh, I forgot. Or get mad or throw their kids in the oven or something because the kid won't stop crying. They're going to come with an excuse. Oh, she got some issues. She had mental issues. Okay, then, if you have mental issues, what dumbass idiot gonna fuck this woman who got that type of problems in her mind. She don't even need to have babies, period, or have somebody that go to adoption and will allow her to take care of the kid while you get your mindset on check. That's all you need. It's always an excuse, but when a man do it, oh man, we gonna get locked up 40 years or life and throw away the key. Women always have excuses. And I talk to a lot of women like that. And I'm like, they basically, to me, getting away with murder.
Yeah.
A lot of women drown their kids, burn their kids, leave their kids in cars, knowing full well they know they got them. If you got somewhere you got to be and it's some business, let somebody you know or who won't mind watch your kid while you take care of your business. That's why I'm saying, man, you got to be mentally prepared to be a parent. Instead of just saying, oh, I got knocked up, I got a kid. Just say, oh, okay, I got a kid. Just letting people know that somebody fucked you. No, man. Kids are just like life. It's not a toy, man. Kids are not toys to be played with. They living beings. They living things. They need to be taken care of. That's why I tell myself, man, if I ever want to have a kid, let me motivate myself for that mindset to be prepared to take care of my responsibilities, to raise my child, to be better than me. That's what we are. We adults are passing the torch to the next generation to make the world a better place.
Right.
Most people ain't, some parents weren't built for that. They just want to say, hey, I got a kid and da-da-da-da-da. No, man. You got to prepare yourself for things like this. Is your emotions, are you ready for this? Or your nerves are strong enough? It's all that, being a parent, man. You got to wake up in the middle of the night when your baby crying before you go to work, probably like 5 hours later. You got to be built for that, man.
Yeah.
Some of these young parents and some of these older parents, I'm not ready for that. I wish that baby could shut the hell up. I'm like, well, you the one spread your legs wide open. Should have told your boy to wrap it up, but you didn't. Now you gotta take care of it. Old dude like an animal, he better go mind his own business. Mind his own damn business, or fuck somebody else. Make you out there by yourself, take care of that kid. It's responsibilities, Alpha, be true. It's a lot of things people don't understand. I want to be a father. I really do. But shoot, I want to learn how to become one. I want to, let my girl, help my girl raise the kid. It got to take two people to raise a child. Even though I was raised by a single mama and my grandmother. My dad was in and out. He taught whatever time we had together. He give me points as a man. He tell me what a man supposed to do in life. All that situation. But at the end of the day, these young cats need to know, man, you relying on your mom, or your grandmother to help raise your kid. They ain't gonna be there forever. That's what my grandma told me. Rest in peace to my grandmother that died 2 years ago. You gotta learn how to take care of that by yourself. Your parents are not gonna be there to help you raise their kid. You gotta have the mindset and the focus to take care of your kid. A lot of folks need to stand up and start telling these young cats this stuff and y'all prepare for it. And take care of your responsibilities. I've been around a lot of women that had kids. And I tell them that. That's how I know so much about being around kids. Because basically, some of them looked at me as their father. But I'm not their father. I said, man, go to your real father. That's his job to do that. I'm just there to help out. But at the end of the day, I respect the man who had the kid. That's his responsibility, not me. I'm not going to try to tell somebody else's child what to do. It is not mine. That's my code. Let the baby daddy take care of it. That's his job, not me. If he's not there and ain't trying to do a damn thing about it, then I will step in and I do my, I throw in my 2 cents in and tell the kid what he can and cannot do, or what she can and cannot do.
Hey, Brian. Brian, this is what I got to say right here. For a minute.
Go ahead, my bad. Okay, I got you.
Yeah. One, it's not all the women. It's not all on the woman. Yeah, she spread her leg. Yeah. It's on him too. And all that stuff you talking about, yeah, it's mental illness in our community that we don't see. Some we see it, some we don't. And the men, I'm getting on the men. I'm getting on the men right now. The so-called men, the little boys. If you lay down with a woman and you know there's a possibility of her getting pregnant, but you know you not in the right mindset to be ready to be a father. Why? One, if you're gonna lay down with her, have sex with her, cover up for one.
Yep.
Two, if you know you're not ready to be a father, don't lay down with her at all.
Yep.
Then if you do lay down with her and you don't cover up and she get wind up get pregnant and have your baby, be there.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah.
this
I get that point too. Yeah.
one thing I hate a man saying, my father wasn't there. And you continue the same cycle because you're not there for your child.
And
But all
I 100% agree with that, D Truth. And that's what I was thinking when I was listening to Brian. Like, you know, we hear of women having kids and being on Section 8 and all these things, but the most common factor, the most common variable is that the dad is nowhere around. When a woman is going through her mental mental issues of putting a baby in the oven and leaving the babies outside, when you see the news stories, when do you ever see the guy? Like,
Yeah.
when it takes two to make a baby, it really do, and
Yeah.
you have to be prepared to be in that child's life all the way through the age of 18, 21 or whatever. And there's just so many travesties that happen, and you only see the mom or the grandma or the auntie crying, and you hardly ever see the dad.
yeah,
This man has to be prepared to be in the household for the long run. You're not
Exactly.
hitting and quitting it no more. You gotta be there for that child's life. That's how we gonna break the cycle.
Okay, Apple. Yeah, you're right. Let me say it like this here. I was trying to reply for the one who was on that chat, on that chat that they were talking about. Yeah, we gotta be. That's why I tell guys in the street too. It ain't just the women. And I'm not saying it because she said whatever she said. Yes, we as men gotta prepare for all that too. We do. That's why I be disappointed. I'm like, what are you trying to prove? You're like, I'm not ready to have a kid. But that's why I call condoms, bro. Put them on.
Right.
Breed your, please your woman. When you don't, and you nut inside the woman, and she, conceive and the embryos and the eggs starting developing and stuff inside of her, your childhood, bro, your life as a single guy, your life or who you think it is, it's over, bro. It's time to become a man. It's time to become a man and own up to your responsibilities. I agree. Some of these women like, where's my baby daddy? I'm like, yes, bro. Be there for your kid. Why you think? Let me say it like this on the woman's side. I'm gonna say it like this here. I'm on both sides. I'm a semi male. I'm on both sides. I'm gonna say it on both sides. Y'all men out there, bro. If y'all ain't together with your woman, just try to be there for your kid, bro. Raise that kid. Be there for your kid. Whatever time y'all got, the girl, the woman allow you to be around your kid. Teach them what they need to know about life, man. Own up to what y'all need to do. Be there for, to trying to go to school and whatnot. If your kid got in trouble in school, tell them, man, don't do that no more. Do better. Your grades get better. Just teach your child how to be better people, man, because own up to it. Let that stuff out there in the street go, man, and take care of your responsibilities. A lot of kids' mind it gets so psychological, and you see why some of these kids now saying, "The hell with my dad's not around me," or "The hell with my mom was around me." Y'all gotta own up to what y'all done and try to, man up a pain. You gotta take care of responsibilities, men and women. They gotta take care of all their responsibilities, man, because.
right.
Because
Agreed.
it'll fuck up a kid's mindset. And guess who he gonna go to if he need help? He gonna go to somebody. Or sadly, he might go to somebody that don't give a fuck and gonna use their kid as a weapon to do things for These are her deeds. So as parents, mother and fathers, you gotta own up to whatever y'all gotta go through because there's a lot of kids out there in the streets. They know how to shoot shit. They know how to kill and rap about shit, but they can't say the ABCs and 1, 2, 3s, or they can't even goddamn read.
Damn.
It's bad.
Damn.
It's bad. I'm just being for real, dog.
Hey, you just hit the nail. You just hit the part of the nail on the head. It's kind of like, what are you teaching your child? See, with a man, everybody look at check this out. When the man decided not to be at the home, and the government say, hey, here you go to the woman, give subsidized assistance to them to get into places, and give them this and give them that. The man said, the hell with you, don't need my help. But guess what? They do need your help. See, I consider a man who be there for the child. I don't care if the woman and man together or not. If he there for the child, is that time spent with that child that is more precious, that is more expensive than going buy them this, going buy them that. It's the time you spend with your child. Even vice versa. That's some children growing up with their dad. The mom not around. It's the same difference. You gotta spend that time with that child. See, us as a community. I'm talking about us as a community. There's a whole lot of single mothers running around here. I seen one yesterday morning on the way to work. She got two. She got, I think, one of about 7 or 8, something like that. Something like that. You can't tell the age of the kid. Another one that's walking too. Then got one on her arm by herself on the bus in the morning. It's 6 something in the morning. She up with the kids. Where the hell the father at? See, if that was me, I don't know about y'all. If that was me, if my girl we had 3 or 4 kids, even if I'm not with her, what time you leaving out? Okay, I'm coming to help you out. Me, that's why I'm calling them so-called people that want to be father or dad or father. They just a sperm donor because they're not around nowhere. So the reason I can say that, I've been through that. I'm going to tell y'all a story. My dad tried to disown me. Okay, he wanted the blood test. He didn't show up for that. I don't like him. It's not like I don't love him. I don't like him for what and how he did me. You see what I'm saying? But I love him because if it weren't for him, I wouldn't be here. You see the difference, right? Y'all see the difference?
I'm listening. Keep going.
And I'm telling you, to this day, if I go back to my hometown, try to go talk to him, he gonna run from me because I got a lot of questions. I'm a man now. I got a lot of questions that I need to ask, that I need answer to. And I'm not the only child who did like that. My sister on his side, he stayed with her. It's only one person that he actually considered his child. That's my other sister that down in Alabama. And guess what? We don't talk that much. You see what I'm saying? You see how that goes, right? If men and women get off their damn high horse, especially men, get off your asses, stop letting that pride get in the way, stop saying, oh, I gotta go do this, I gotta go do that, oh, I got another woman, she don't want me to be with my other child around. Guess what? You don't need to be with that woman. If a man, women, if you with a man that said, oh, I want him around in my house, whatever, you don't need to be with that man. Because guess what? You got a child with the other man. You got a child with the other woman. Should nothing or anybody tell you when that man or woman can see their child, especially they try to see them. and stop playing the child and using the child as a pawn, and stop using the excuse the government. Man, if you really want to get back in the household, because men are so, some of us are so stupid and dumb that they don't know what's going on. See, with me, because guess what? Alpha, but Ryan, you said that kids not yours go as a father. Yeah, go whatever. But sometimes, if it weren't for the men around me when I was younger, my uncles, my older adult cousin, some adult men that was in my neighborhood, if it wasn't up to them, it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be the man who I am today. You see what I'm saying? Cause guess what? Ain't no tell what kind of value you give that child. See, if you got, say you with a woman, that little girl's not yours, her dad's not around, ever so often he be around. If that male figure is around, and you tell that child that you love them, especially a little girl, my niece, I tell her I love her every day. I talk to her every day. Cause guess what? She won't fall in the same trap that her mama fell in. And men, I ain't talking to all men, some men, but if some men that listen to this, if a shoe fit, wear it. If I piss you off, so what? I don't give a damn. Some of y'all men, y'all want to call women hoes and bitches, all that. Guess what? Y'all hoes and bitches, y'all damn self.
Ain't that the dang truth, bro? Ain't that the truth?
I'm just gonna be blank with you.
We just like them. We just like them. So should they get a bunch of men, we get a bunch of women.
And when you see one, you got to come from the heart. Yeah, the heart lies. Sometimes, but think back when you come from the heart, you got to be connected to the brain. The brain and the heart got to be as one. The heart and brain got to be as one.
Hey guys, I just want to let you know I'm about to go ahead and drop down, man. D-Truth, I appreciate you having me up, bro. Nice to chop it up with you, bro. And
oh yeah.
The rest of y'all have a good day too, man. Sharon, Brian, good chat, bro.
God bless you, Alpha, man. You be safe out there on those streets, my brother. Be safe out there.
Be safe, Alpha. I sure appreciate. Yeah, you already know I'm having a good time every time. You already know how it goes on over here.
Oh
man,
yeah, bro. I love this real life shit, bro. Like,
yeah, me too.
The YouTube fuckery is fun sometimes, but yeah, sometimes you gotta chop it up about the shit that really matters, you know.
That's what it should be. Let people know what's going on in your country, in your state, your city, your streets. You gotta learn all that. You got to. Let people know what's going on so they don't want to get in those situations they can get themselves out of. That's what the news should be about instead of all that other shit they talk about. It's about our people. It's about our livelihood. It's something bad, like in the road messed up. Let them know you can't take that road. Go somewhere else. That type of shit.
Yep. And that's why we got to talk about politics, you know, because politics impact the day-to-day, man. It impacts a lot of shit that happens, man, that you don't even know. So, yeah, man, I follow this shit, bro, and I'm passionate about politics, and that's why
Hey, Alpha. The night, you know, I got the First and Second Amendment. I supposed to do the last night at 12 o'clock. I'm gonna do that. The First and Second Amendment. I'm going through that tonight. I'm gonna break it down. Show, hey, bro, I'm telling you, we got some smart motherfuckers in there over here. We got some smart motherfuckers. we got some smart people that got the brain that think. And tonight, I don't know what time. I got to reset the time. It's probably around 7 o'clock when I go back live again about the First and Second Amendment.
Okay, that's better time this time.
Yeah. Yeah. I wouldn't mind y'all being over here, because you already know I'm finna break it down again.
Yeah, before I'm finna drop down behind Alpha.
Okay.
Yeah, I heard about the one about the White House. Like they found some coke in the White House, man.
Oh, I gotta look that. I gotta look that up.
You know what I'm saying? We gotta talk about something like that. What the hell is going on in the White House, bro? That like cocaine in the White House. We ain't never heard that. Even Donald Trump did some crazy shit, We don't never hear Donald Trump went to no day, had no coke in the White House.
Yeah. But I'm gonna ask y'all this question. I'm gonna ask for this. I'm gonna ask after this while he was up here. Okay. These dating shows, the reality dating shows, Paradise, Temptation Island, Big D, The One, them dating shows, The Bachelorette, The Bachelor. What the hell you going on them shows for?
That's a good
Money,
question. That is a good question. But go ahead, man. I'm making another stop, man. So I'm gonna mute my mic.
Okay.
Go ahead, Karan.
Go ahead, Teron.
money, fame. Cause you know, at the end of the day, them shows nothing but entertainment.
You right about that.
It doesn't go anywhere.
No, it don't. No, it don't.
Only thing to me is kind of real is like cheaters or something like that.
Yeah, they kind of catch it right in the act. See, and dating shows, you right. Money and fame, they want to blow up. See, they go get all these people that doing all this all fast stuff, got a fast day to it, and going down. See, Temptation Island. Question: why would I want to go on a show like Temptation Island? Me and my girlfriend going to Temptation Island. Why would I want to go on there and see if they are faithful to me? Don't make no damn sense.
Man, you can do that in real life.
Yeah, you can do that in real life. Look, and you see what kind of men and women they have on there, right? Okay.
Right.
Cause we all know, I don't care what walk of life you from, what income you got, where you live. If a person gonna do what they're gonna do, they're gonna do it anyway, regardless. Regardless. And
Exactly.
and that was you said it best. Is is one thing. How many men had fought to get back into the house to do good by their children, do good by the woman they had the child with? How many had fought actually to get back in the house?
That's kind of it's a rare. It's rare. That's all I can tell you.
Yeah, it's rare.
But at the end of the day, it's the decision of that woman.
You're right. At the end of the day, it's her decision. But at the end of the day is, are you gonna fight to see your children, spend time with them, or you just gonna let them sit in idle and don't go see them at all? Because you send money all day long to get them this, get them clothes, whatever, whatever. But like I said, that money don't is not more valuable than that time.
Well, some don't look at it that way. But at the end of the day, you have to find out who you messing with, who you giving the baby by. It's we both take our responsibility. We both take responsibility of what we do in life. And we don't need to have an accident, then an accident in 9 months come in, then you're gonna have the 9 months after that doing what you doing. So it's a it's a situation that don't need to be going on.
Yep. And I heard this too from both the men and women. She said, "Oh, I want to try to have a child." He said, "I want to try to have a child." It just happened. Oh look, how did it just happen?
Easy. Y'all had unprotected sex. Or but this is a crazy one, right? You can have sex and the condom broke, then the girl pregnant. Then you tell the girl, I don't want no child. I really don't want no child. You know what I'm saying? Would you fault him for not saying that?
See, one, having sex probably just happened, but getting a woman pregnant, it don't just happen. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
You and the thing is, if you know there's a possibility of coming and breaking, at least you got a shot of the woman not getting pregnant. But you know, you going there raw, it's a possibility.
Of course
See
you
what I'm
going
saying?
there. Of course you going there raw. You know, 9 out of 10 you gonna end up knocking her up. I
Yeah.
mean, getting her, you know, and that's what I'm saying.
And
Now you
then,
going there with the sex, and then one day the condom broke, then she ended up pregnant. Then you say, tell her like, I don't want no baby, so I'm not ready for all this.
but
And
they,
then,
mm-hmm. You said it right,
then
Justine.
but at the end of the day, he being told you he don't want no baby. He protected and everything. So
Mm-hmm.
you can't blame him and say he don't want no child because he protected. Now if he hang you up raw and everything, you know what I'm saying? Tell me you don't want no baby. Nah, bro, you gonna take care of that baby. You already knew. You knew the risk.
Mm-hmm. And you know what? I'm not gonna let him wiggle out of that one right there. He telling her if you're gonna wear a condom that he don't want no baby. Okay, you know it's a possibility that condom break. If you don't want no baby, don't have sex with
I mean, that's true. I mean, that's true.
her. Answer this, and that's the best way not to have no child. See, one, I'm give a little information to some of the females that's single, that young, they're gonna watch this right here. One, you control when and where sex happens. You're supposed to control that, right? Control that.
Yeah, they had control. They had control of that. Of their
hmm
sex.
hmm
And
One.
as men, we gotta control who we deal with.
Yep. Yep. One. One. Get your life together. Know you got your shit together. This goes for the men and women. Know you got your shit together. Get your shit together. You know you're working hard. You try to go to school, got a job, and do everything, and you try to get your own business going. Okay. And the guy, see, the guy tell you, some women some women stop being so gullible. A man come tell you anything, guess what? You got a leg spread it open for him. You gotta get it. A woman come tell you got that thing. Oh, and all of a sudden she tell you thing. She probably ovulating at that time. They say, oh, you gotta put this on. But there's some young men, some men that is so hard up, they ain't thinking straight. Knowing they ain't ready
Yeah,
for those child, all of a sudden, she don't set you up.
yeah, because our hormones, see, when we get that reaction, we got to have it. Then we ended up making mistakes, and that's what mistakes we need to train our minds, not to go off on the hormones like that. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of situations that happen, ending up getting killed or in prison because of that.
hmm And you got to get try man. I don't care you with the woman or not with the woman. You got to try to be that child's life. You got to try make amends with the mother. Even the single men, you got to try to single with women that's not with your child. You got to try to make amends with the father who got the child. So they see they got two loving parents.
Yeah,
But
that's all. It's two parents in the household, but we need two parents that knows what I mean, what's their role into it. Like they gotta have that. Like I'm trying to tell you, conversation, conversation. What is we gonna do? What I'm saying? One of us got to be logical, and one of us got to follow through.
yep, you're
And
right.
running this household, is totally different than what it is back then. Shoot, getting an apartment. You know how much an apartment is now? Almost for a two bed apartment, almost like $1,000.
Yeah.
And yeah, even more. Some of them are even up to 1,200, bro.
That's true. You want to rent an apartment? What, 2 bedroom apartment with 1 bathroom, maybe 2, and you can go rent a house for that price a month.
Shit.
Exactly.
I got time home, man. I'm renting right now. I got to pay $780 every month, man. Now one room apartment, 1 bedroom apartment, 718, bro.
Exactly. That's why.
These apartments and townhomes, my dogs, are high as hell, man. It just rising up, man. And at the same time, knowing full well these people struggling, trying to make ends meet. But I'm handling my business. I'm taking care of my responsibility. But some of these people that can't do it, probably tired of living in these type of situations. If you hear some in the background, I'm still on the road, man. I apologize for that. But back to what I was saying though, some of these people struggling, man. Like I said, Section 8 is good for both men and women. That's why I say it should be for both, cause like to help them out with help them out on their bills and whatnot. Cause some of that stuff they got now is up there, buddy. It's up there. That's why I'm like, they don't mind having a little help down here in Mississippi. When on the COVID year, the COVID era, there was a company called Ramp that can help you. They'll pay for your rent while you save up money. They don't do that no more. They quit that last year, the end of last year, or the beginning of early around by February of this year. They stopped it, and they helped out a lot of folks, including myself. They help you take care of your responsibilities and make sure your bills are paid. They need some, assistance or something like that still. But at the same time, real people like us need to get out there and take care of our own responsibilities. Instead of complaining about and letting the white begging the white man to help us, sometimes we gotta own up to what we need to do. Now, if we trying to own up to what we trying to do and they ain't paying us enough, then we can ask for assistance, even though we trying our damnedest to get it done. But some of the guys who got all that money, making all that good money at these good plants and good old construction jobs and auto works and all that business, I own up to that. But the people who's trying to break their neck and still ain't getting paid enough, they can use those assistants to help them out. But we need to start helping people who trying to make it, and don't help out the people who trying to be greedy and ain't trying to help nobody. It's more of us out here that need help so much, and some people just getting ignored. It's like the rich is getting richer and the poor are getting poor. We just need to keep it balanced. It got to be balanced for everything we do. So, to be frank, man, own up to your responsibilities and make sure you will never fall down. Keep rising up to the keep rising up to the prize, man. Rise up to the top, man. Always stay hungry, like I always say, man. Always stay hungry and keep going forward, man. And just pray to God and ask God to help you find success and keep going forward. That's what we all need to do. Men, women, white, black, don't matter what race. None of us don't want to be homeless. None of us don't want to be poor and struggling. None of us. We all dream about being successful. And I wish everybody will never be homeless. That's my dream. That's my goal. And I love helping people out. Whatever money I have for the homeless, if I give them like $2, $3, $4, $5, or even 20, be successful. I give them a little money so they get a hotel and let them stay for a night. There's nothing wrong with helping them. But at the same time, be careful too doing it too. There could be some homeless out there that can lie in your front of you, lie out their damn teeth. You probably got a car head off somewhere that you will never know where they have it at. So you gotta look before you lead to them. Both situations at that too. So don't let some of these people fool you. There's some of them homeless guys are some slick some bitches. True, I know you know that too. You in the ATL, you in black. These motherfucking homeless dudes, they ever feel like they broke and they ain't got change. After you give them that little money, they sneak, get a nice ass goddamn Lamborghini or something and pull off. Bro, shit. That's why I was like, man, I give you like 50 cents. That's all I might give you. Because I don't trust you, man. And some real homeless people, yeah, I'll go out my way and help you. But some of these slick motherfuckers, go to ATL, go to Mobile, Alabama, go to Hattiesburg, Mississippi, go to Pensacola, Florida, go to shit, go to Panama Beach, Florida. Man, shoot. Be careful, man. Don't let these folks fool you out here. But at the same time, I don't mind helping people that need it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you hear me, Teron? You can ask D True, man. Yeah.
I hear you. I mean, like I said, you know what I'm saying? Like, this whole, the bills and everything, you know what I'm saying? It's getting hard. It's getting harder, you know what I'm saying? And especially with men, especially with the men, women want us to head of the household, but at the end of the day, we need help too. this is not the 1960s or 70s or 80s like that.
I know, right? But let me say this: we men need to start leading the household. Women holding it down for a long time, but women can't handle stuff what a man can do. That's why men are more tougher. Men more warriors, and a woman mostly, basically, just need to, take care and nurture their child. But yeah, there's some strong women out there will take care of their responsibilities. I ain't saying all women are, don't do that. Women go out there, they'll do anything. They have like 4 or 5 jobs trying to, provide for their kids, man. That's why as men need to get out there and take our place and help out the woman that need it. Yeah, some of the women do some crazy stuff, but us men too. We need to take care of our responsibility and help out in the household. Lead. Let them know that we there for you. Some women can be grouches and be stubborn and shit. Let them know. Get in their face and tell them like, hey, let me help. Don't say you got it and then you struggling, can't sleep at night. You got 2 or 3 jobs. You go to sleep at 10 o'clock at night and then you got to turn around and wake up at 4. That mess up your body. That mess up your health and everything. It takes 2 or some of the older kids that stay with you, like a 16-year-old or a 17-year-old kid, can help out and maintain the household in the house.
Right.
One person can't struggle like that. Go. I'm sorry, man. Go ahead. Continue.
Hold up, Brian. Respect to Jada. Respect to the 20S Princess. L is in the house. Jada Velez is in the house. Respect to the Sickle Dog. But you are right. I'm saying, us as men, I'm talking about the real men. We got to step up and take care of the responsibility that is supposed to be taken care of. No matter if the woman wants it or not, but you're not doing it for the woman, you're doing it for your child. The woman matters, but she don't matter as much as the child does. See, one thing men fail to realize, like we say, they're emotional. They let the emotion get the best of them. What they fail to realize is the woman gonna be who she is. But you gotta be who you want to be. You want to be who your child will see you as. See, your child, stop me if I'm wrong, your child see that child sees the dad as the hero, as a Superman. See, you want to be that hero. You want to come in and say, "Hey, oh, come on, whatever your daughter or son name is, you got to show them the way." Especially with a little girl, your dad got to show them, "Hey, I love you. This is how you're supposed to treat, show them how a man's supposed to treat a woman, especially if you treat her mother with respect and dignity." Then if you got a son, you got to show him that this is how you're supposed to treat a woman with respect and dignity. But some people don't have that respect and dignity because they don't respect and love their damn self for what don't happen in their past, which they not had addressed that. See, that's where all the mental health in our community came from. Because there's a whole lot of people and it hasn't addressed what happened to them when they was growing up.
That's true. That is so dang true. Some of these guys, like I said, man, some of these guys in the street, bro, they got it from their mothers or their fathers who's so freaking emotional. Whenever their mother gets so emotional, they thinking that's the same way I'm supposed to be. Show my emotion and do crazy stuff and stuff like that. You gotta teach them, no, you don't have to be emotional. You gotta learn how to be quiet and observe before you take action. There's a lot of people that mouth, and ain't nothing about that situation. That's why when I'm in the, in the hood, in the streets, or whatever I be at, I keep my dang mouth shut and observe and listen. You got 2 eyes. You got 2 ears. What you got?
Yeah, you got.
What you got? You got 1 mouth. That means shut up and listen and see. Use your head and think. Open your eyes and see. Clean out your ears and listen. And close your mouth. That's what's wrong with folks. They talk too damn much. And then some of them don't even know what the hell they talk about. They just want to hear themselves talk. That's why I like, man, I'm gonna ask questions how it should be and what's going on. You just can't just dip in people's business. You don't know what the hell they talk about. That's why I just sit back and don't say nothing. They're like, Brian, why you ain't saying nothing? Or Twister, why you ain't saying nothing? I'm like, shoot, man, I don't know what y'all talk about. I'm like, tell me what y'all talk about. Then I throw my 2 cents in. That's
Right.
why, people in the hood, man, getting their ass whooped. You talk about somebody that did this, but the truth is, the person ain't did a damn thing. You throwing all these damn shades out there to people, telling people like, oh, this so-and-so did this, so-and-so did that. And the truth is, they did a damn thing. And then you start a whole mess. Then they find out you did it, then now they coming after you. That's why, like, man, people like, can't be, gotta stop being so goddamn messy, man. But you never know. You wasn't there. How you know? You just know, but somebody told you. If you don't know it, man, shut the hell up. And just find out like everybody else by doing your research or go and ask somebody what really happened.
Exactly.
Don't go by what somebody say, because somebody can tell you a lie. You will believe that lie. That's why people dying every day.
Exactly. And all for somebody don't do the research, and this word on this YouTube, everybody business don't know the business.
Right about that. And see, that's why I say when I talk about stuff, Brian, 19, you know what I always say. What I say, go do your research. Don't I say that?
Yeah,
I
you
say
do.
go
You do.
and cause look, go do your research. I don't know how many people, Celine, respect to you. I don't know how many people.
Salute to the chat if I ain't supposed to hear about it. God bless y'all. I hope y'all having a wonderful day. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you.
See, I'm like this right here. If it's just like saying, if you don't believe in something, you're gonna fall for anything, right?
Yeah.
See, I believe that we one day come together at one day. One day, I might be dead and gone, might be, but it
I
comes
hope I
down
live
to
to see that happen though.
yeah.
Before we die.
It's just like everything else in life. It's only one thing for certain in life that's guaranteed, right? It's only one thing in life that's guaranteed. Everybody says taxes are death. Taxes ain't really guaranteed because they can say, hey, y'all don't have to pay no more taxes, right? They can say that. It's death. It's inevitable. Death gonna come. But how are you gonna spend your time? How you gonna spend your time to the memory? How you gonna spend your time? You gonna spend your time with the BS in real life? And fathers and mothers, stop trying to be your child friend. See, that's another way they fuck up. That's another way they fuck up. Try to be their child friend. No, I ain't trying to be your damn friend. I'm your mom. I'm your dad. I ain't supposed to like what you do.
Mm-hmm.
Look, especially with girls and boys. Oh, let me see what you got in your backpack before you walk out the door.
Yep. Old
Oh,
school. It's all about
oh,
the old school.
look here. Then they come home from school. Oh, I ain't got no homework. Yes, you do. Come on here. I'm gonna teach you about real history. That's homework.
That won't be true.
That's homework. That's homework. Come on, let me teach you about life. Let me sit you down and tell you why me and your mother not together. It ain't that I don't like it. It's just with that we can get along. We are two different people. We've grown apart, but I still love your mother because you are here. Don't badmouth the other parents. And some of the mothers got to sit down with the child and say, "Hey, oh, me and your father still, we are still co-parent. We're still your parent. Don't mean I not with him. Don't tell him. Yeah, tell him the truth. If he hit you, yeah, tell him. Hey, he did this, he did that to me. But guess what? He's still your father. You still don't have to. You still don't disrespect your father. You see what I'm saying? Same thing on the same other side. Don't disrespect your mother, although she did this to me. But I'm all good because we here to raise you the best way we can.
Exactly. Let me say this, and I'm gonna jump off this panel. That's what we need to do. No matter what, the mother or the father going through, always try to obey your parents, even though the ones that trying to tell you to do the right thing, obey them, no matter what. Your mother, your father are married, they live together, or they're not living together. Obey your mother or obey your father. That's in the Bible, the Ten Commandments. Honor thy mother and honor thy father. If they're doing the right thing, telling you what you need to do with your life and to be better than them, listen to them and let them teach you how to live a better life. Own up to it. Own up to it. And that's where I need to be. Bring back the old school. It's just too much attention. All this technology, all this and rap, all this on TV is messing up these kids' mind. I'm just being honest with you, man.
Jimmy, you're right.
It's fine and dandy and everything. I love watching HBO Max and all that whatnot. And yes, Jenny, yes they do. Kids always want to be in parents' business, and that's why they get themselves in so much BS. We need to, kids need to stay there, get in and stay in the little kids lane and stop trying to be grown so early. I miss being a kid. I wish I was still a kid. Wish I can go out there and play video games every goddamn day. I can just tell my mama, can I buy this? Let me buy me an Xbox. And she'll give it to me. And I play that more to the morning all the way to midnight. Now, and I'm grown and I'm 36 years old. What you see me doing now, D-True? I'm on the road driving. Dropping off auto parts to stores, man. When I do have an off day, I want to play the game, but I'm too damn tired. I just want to go to sleep, man. But when I do have the time, I feel like a kid again. Man, hell yeah, I miss being a kid. I don't have to worry about paying no bills and shit.
I want to ask this question to the panel and the chat, right? How many have us had said this? I'll be glad when I get grown.
I ain't gonna lie. I said
that too.
We all said it. We all said it, man. Then we get grown, we want to be kids again. I don't want to spend no money. All the money I get paid every goddamn week or 2 weeks. And I'm like, man, I want to keep every dime. I'm going to put it in the bank. Nope. You got to go out there and pay the light bill. You got to pay your rent. You got to pay the goddamn gas, your water bill. And your ass probably barely got $200, $300 left to play with. Man, I wish I was a kid. I had that much money, bro. I could just save up. That's why I tell these kids, man, don't rush to grow up. Be where you is now. Enjoy being a kid. Don't rush to be grown. You want to take care of all these us grown folks got to go through? Come on, man. Enjoy your life while I was a kid, man. Being a kid is the best thing in the life, man. You can do whatever you want to do. Go to Walt Disney World. Go to Chuck E. Cheese. Go to all those beautiful places, man. Amusement parks. We still grown. We still want to have fun, be kids again. Like we go to Disney World. We're a child, in a kid, in a childhood. because some of the stuff we couldn't do as a kid, we want to relive it. When I have a kid, I'm gonna relive my childhood, all the stuff I done missed.
Shoot,
I'm just
if
gonna be real.
yeah, it's kind of like in some families the cycle doesn't get broken. It keep
Let me mute
repeating
my mic,
itself.
man. I made my stop again, bro. Let me mute my mic.
Okay, it seems like the cycle in some families keep repeating itself. See, what as adults, as growing up, I'm gonna ask you a question. Your parents or adult told you to do something. I know I didn't. Majority of the time, I didn't do what they told me to do. But because I seen them do what they told me not to do, I did it anyway.
And you met the consequences. Yeah.
Yeah. Respect Miss April Showers. How many people in the chat, adult parent or adult told you to do something and you didn't listen to them because they were doing the same thing they told you not to do and you went and did it anyway. You didn't do what they say. You did what that you saw. If you have, I know I have. T19, have you did something that you were told not to do, but you did what you saw, especially when they told you not to do it?
Yeah. They told me not to go in their pocketbook. I went in the pocketbook, I saw some chocolate, and I ate some chocolate, which it wasn't chocolate.
It was X-Lax, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Ooh, I already know what the consequences after that was.
I know, all thing I know is I was up the street, barefooted, in the country. We barefooted in the country and all that. All thing I know is I was walking, I sneezed. Oh my God. It went all the way up my back. And I had to walk like that to go back home. I said, then, you know what I'm saying? I thought I was going to get a whooping, but I didn't get no whooping. But I learned my lesson not to do that.
You know why you didn't get a whipping? Cause she probably saw, oh, you learned your lesson because you had to walk all the way around home smelling like that. You know what I'm saying? It was already in your pants. But
too.
but it's like this. Kids do not do what we tell them to do. They do what they see us do. They see what we do at the house. They go outside the house. They see what adults outside the house do. See, not only we have influence on our child, on our children, the outside world has influence on them. See, if we don't influence our child like we want them to be influenced, it's like, I tell you, when my niece was growing up, she's still growing up, she's still almost taller than me. I sit down and read to her. Not just in an old book, something that give her knowledge for her to learn that she can take with her in life about what's really going on, what really went on back in history, what really went on with the Bill of Rights, what really went on with all different type of stuff. It's that guidance that you got to give them.
Right.
That's true. That's true.
Nate, if you want to come on up here, you can come on up here, Nate. Baby. Jenny said she has herself to some gum in her grandma's purse. What happened to you? Did your grandma ever find out, Jenny?
Hey, D True, Teron, I'm
Yeah.
finna get off this panel, man, and let y'all have y'all chit chat. I might pop back up if y'all still talking, but yeah, I'm working, man, and I gotta keep my eyes on the road and everything like that, bro. But man, I'm glad we had this conversation with you, Alpha, Teron. Y'all keep y'all heads up, man, and y'all have a God bless weekend, man. Y'all be safe out there, man.
Oh yeah.
God bless you. Yeah, God bless you, Chad. God bless you, Chad. Y'all have a wonderful weekend, man.
You too.
Y'all
You be
stay
safe
safe.
out there on
God
the.
bless.
Hey, stay safe on that road.
Yo.
Don't
Oh
let
man.
Mississippi. Hey, you know how bad Mississippi is, though. Hey, don't let
Oh
them. Don't
Lord, I
let
know.
them. Hey, I want to ask you a question before you go. I got a question to ask you before you go. You ain't
Shoot.
ready to know. You ain't ready to know racist white folks yet, have you?
Nah, man, but I did got pulled over one time. That was like a couple of years ago. I had an Alabama tag. I still have an Alabama tag, but it's the right tag and everything. But when you come down here in Mississippi, they got all kind of tags from Georgia, Texas, all that. That joker did some dirt and told me where I'm from, where I live at, who I know. I'm like, why did you pull me over, sir? Why did you pull me over, man? If I have a bad tail light, did I have a bad something like that? And he
Mm.
asked me all these questions. Then I had on I guess a little military little shirt on with the little medals and stuff, but I bought from the
Hmm.
store. He called that as a felony. I like, hi, that's a felony. And you see a lot of cats like that wear those type of clothes. They came from a place called City Trends or Sears or from the mall, something like that. And I'm like, you just don't like me. I stood my ground. Because he probably was trying to bait me to cuss him out so he could lock my ass up. I got his ass mad because I was joking with his ass the whole time. I joked him and told him questions. He said, you ain't got no records, bad records. I was like, man, my records are clean. I'm trying to be on the right side of the law. I'm about to say, man, just what you want from me? I'm like, I ain't got no dope or nothing on me. I just got Alabama tag. And shoot, and it's on the right year and everything. So how you gonna pull me over? And you see a lot of folks from different states come out here, and some of them live here. They got bunches, from Georgia. People got houses that live over here in Mississippi with Georgia tags, Texas tags, Louisiana tags, all these tags. But you want to come at me? Think I'm just gonna flinch? No, I don't flinch that easily. I'm sorry. I made him mad, and he just said, "Have a nice day," because I had him talking. You gotta piss them off by just telling jokes with them. You gotta kill them with
Yeah.
kindness.
Yep.
That's how it's supposed to be. You can't let them go to their level. Yeah, but that
Yep.
was all in the day. Yeah, at the end of the day, I was pissed off about it, but at the same time, you gotta learn how to keep your head on straight. That's why I tell these cats. That's what the moral of the story is, y'all. In the hood, keep your mind focused, man. Don't let nothing get in your head and make you jump and make you get emotional. You gotta learn how to stand firm. And when you stand firm and they can't get in your head, they'll let you go. Just like Jesus. The devil tried to take Jesus up to these mountains, and Jesus said he didn't fall. Get behind me, Satan. Just like you tell these racist ass white people. Get behind me, people. Get behind me, Satan. Get away from me. You gotta learn how to be focused. I tell myself that all the time. I can get kind of angry. I had, still, I had some anger issues, man. I overcame them. I still wrestle with it every day. But you gotta learn how to be focused and be firm and don't let shit get in your head. You gotta learn how to you can't get too emotional. Don't let your feelings get in the way of what you're trying to do in your life. Especially the feelings that you don't need to have right now.
Yep.
So yeah, man, learn how to be firm and be focused on what y'all need to do in your life, man. Don't let nothing stop you from what you're doing. That's why I tell like people like Nation, whatever issues he got going on, what his background is. I tell that cat to keep your head up and keep going forward, man. I don't judge what the man did. If he trying to change his life, let him change. Let him be a better man. Let him wrestle with his own demons, man. That's his fight. That's his fight to bear. And that's why I tell
Yep.
everybody, people like him and anybody else, keep your head up and keep being focused in life, man, and try to be a better person, man.
Yep. You're right
All
about
right, you
that.
guys, man. God bless you. Yeah. God bless y'all, man. Y'all stay safe out here, man. Enjoy this beautiful day. It's kind of the sun's out of Mississippi, but it's kind of cloudy. It might rain later on today, but enjoy whatever. But I tell you,
Yep. All right.
But
You be safe.
man, well, God bless the truth. God bless y'all. God bless
All right.
y'all.
Peace. Yeah, it's like this. Respect to James P. See who else came in here. Fatty at respect Nate the Great. Yeah, it's kind of. I think I'm gonna change the subject for the night at 7 o'clock. I think I'm gonna change it. I think I'm gonna hit the topic. I'm really gonna piss somebody off on YouTube. I'm gonna come back to the First and Second Amendment tonight. I'm gonna come back to it sooner or later. He just gave me the idea, but it's just like we got to just come together. We gotta keep emotions out of it. We gotta keep emotion out of it, especially as men. Especially as
Right,
men,
yeah, we have to.
because
Yeah.
that's a
Go ahead, go ahead.
hey, 219. It's a difference when you're passionate and you're speaking for a place that you know about than just going off the hinges and just talking. It's a
Right.
difference.
Yeah, it is a difference, like I said. Wow. Why are you mad about? Did they hurt you? Or why are you so passionate? You gotta ask these type of questions.
Yep.
People, I don't know. I don't know. People just too much into this YouTube stuff. You need to know what's going on around you in your life. You heard the saying goes. You better clean your door before you clean mine.
Yeah. And it's like the right here. It goes back to the subject that I started with affirmative action. It was good at all well. It's all in the college and all business. They got to do with it, right?
Right.
But then we as a community got to do. We got to. Some of us got to get up off our asses. Put it that way, off our asses. Start using our brain that the high power gave us. Start figure out a way how to start our own business in our own community. Try to build up our community. After that build up, after you own the business, after your business been successful, go open another one. But while you open another one, help rebuild, re- renovate the houses that are torn down. Pass it on down. Pay it forward.
Well, they easy said and done, but in my case is also what I had told you the last time. You need to check them abandoned houses out, and that's when they found women, children, and everything.
Yep. And it's like this, right? When you do that, start building, renovating the old houses that's broken down in the community. Once you get them houses done, go to your neighbor, go to the neighbor that you see got something wrong with their house, whatever. Help them out. Oh, let me do this for you right here. Cause guess what? That start that 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 start get the neighbor feeling good. Cause guess what? If you do that, guess what? It might start a little trend going on. You feel me?
Mm,
It might
right.
start a trend going on. Cause once something goes, why do we have to wait? Like a whole lot of stuff. Why do we have to wait to have these kind of conversation? Why do we have to wait until another ethnic group, race, race, do something to us to come out and say something? See, that's the problem. We want to wait. We want to wait for everything to be handed to us.
Right.
Yeah, I see it. That's why I started laughing when I see it, Jenny. That's why, hey, look, I don't got a lot of whipping from everybody. I don't got a lot of whipping from it. And
Hey, hey.
what you say, T?
I said, hey, Jenny.
Yeah, and thing is, we as parents, we as some of us as parents, do we know our neighbors? Do we get to know our neighbors? I'm gonna ask this question: how would you feel if your neighbor saw your child doing something wrong and was talking to him, not scolding them, but talking to him and explain to that what he or she did was wrong, and your child
Of course.
came,
Oh, I can answer that question. That question is, you know what I'm saying? If you did something wrong, trust and believe, they gonna know. Cause the
oh yeah,
neighbor saw something, then they gonna get a phone call.
yeah. I'm talking about these days. I'm talking about these days. Would you
These
would you
days,
go would you go cuss out the neighbor for getting on your child?
no, cause that'll be dangerous. These
Yeah.
days, it'll be dangerous. You can't say nothing to a child. And then, you
Mm,
know what I'm saying? Here comes their mom. Here comes their
mm.
daddy. Whatever, one of actually is something you just said to that child. You know what I'm saying? It's just crazy.
Yep, you right about that. And we finna close this out, so I get ready because I'm going to let y'all know what the show gonna be. It gonna be about: is this country still racist? On is this country still racist? On and
Uh,
off social media.
uh
That's gonna be the
well, I can
topic for the
answer.
night.
Oh, I can answer that. I'll answer that later.
I know you got a lot to say. I know you got a lot to say. Hey, believe me, I got a lot to say too. And don't take the Supreme Court action, what they did about affirmative action, too hard.
Nah, I wouldn't even. Like I said, I gotta do research for all that. But all I do know is, you know, we as the people, we need to look out for ourselves
You're right.
and look and help whoever need in need.
You're right. And respect to anti conspiracy channel. Respect. See, and when, like I said, one man control your emotions. Control your emotion. It's not a good look. It's not a good look. You can't control your emotions. That shows people you are weak. And our queens, they need a strong man with a strong mind that would think. And some men want to know why some women they with don't want to follow them. One, you're not a leader. You don't know how to lead because you're too emotional when you try to lead. I'm asking a question to run. I'm gonna ask a question to the chat. Would you follow somebody if if a leader was too emotional? Would you follow them?
That's a good question. If you can have a conversation with the leader and he acting emotionally towards you and you trying to have a logical conversation, no, I won't follow.
You're right. And I'm gonna tell you why I won't follow. I'm tell you why I won't follow. I'm gonna say. No, when I say follow, I mean your father, father or your father figure that's in your life. Tell you why. Because if he's too emotional and you follow him, you're gonna go down a dead end road. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, it makes sense.
And if you go down dead end road, you're gonna wind up just like him. I'm talking about the female too, not just on the men. Cause we know female is an emotional creature by habit. But look what they got to go through. They got to be the man and the woman in the household because the man ain't not there. Don't mean the man not there because some women, not all women, some women got to stop saying this. I do not need a man. I can do this all by myself. Stop trying to be so independent. Independent. Stop being so trying to be so feminist that you think you don't need a man. Some of y'all women got to stop that.
Right. Yeah,
Go,
ladies.
go ahead.
I said, yeah, I'm talking to the ladies. Yeah, ladies. You talk that good game, but at the end of the day, you need to be quiet and just listen. Just listen to what he's saying. But with emotions, you can't.
Hmm.
With a man, with a man who is logical, you just sit there and listen to him, be like, okay, I agree with that, but that I don't agree. And then he come up with something crazy. I'm like, wait a minute. Oh, this dude off the rail here. Next
Yep.
minute you cool, next minute you ain't. Then
Hmm.
next minute you going around the world with it. Like, no, I ain't gonna follow you.
Yep.
That's why I say we gotta follow ourselves.
Yep. Love and respect yourself because if you love and respect yourself, you can see three. Oh, get right. See through some bullshit. And
Right.
and, and I'm like this right here. Bottom it's just like uh 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 uh. uh what question for that? These to the ladies. Then I got a question for the men. These for the ladies, the queens in the chat. I say you date this. Say you date no married to this guy who doing all the right thing, but you think your life is boring. Would you or would you not go out and date a bad boy, so to speak, to put a little excitement in your life? Would you date a bad boy? Would you go have a second man on the side if you married or dated somebody who do what a man's supposed to do? Cause in your mind you think he's not excited. Would you go date a man that supposedly be excited?
Hmm.
That's
I
a,
think
hey, that's
that
a go
I
ahead, T.
think I think I think the truth with that question is it all has to do with maturity. It all has to do with maturity. If that woman is bored and out of sight, we gotta tell the man.
Hmm.
Tell him, just tell him. Now, if he can't confirm with it or whatever, you know what I'm saying? It's I don't know. When you talking about married,
Married, it don't matter. Married or go with each other. Been together for each other for a while.
I mean, getting married is different. You know what I'm saying? Like you already know this man born and everything. You got married to him, now you boy, you ready to cheat. You know what I'm saying? You doing a bad disservice.
Hmm.
Now,
Hmm.
if y'all together a long time, then still you have options of leaving. Either or, either or you got options. But at the end of the day, it's communication.
Hmm.
With the whole marriage situation, you know what I'm saying? Even though y'all married, but ain't on paper, but at the end of the day, you already knew this man. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So
Yep.
at the end of the day, it got to do with you, what you want, because like I said, a female, nah, nah, It's a difference between a woman and a female. Female, she do her emotions and then so like, and then with a grown woman, she'll be like, she'll think about, you know what I'm saying, think about all that before she even get involved with that person.
Right. You're right. But all I
Like,
gotta say, yeah, you're right about that, T. You are exactly right about that. And some women in the chat agree with you. They agree with what we say. Cause thing is, we call it right down the middle. We call it how we see it. And this is another question: Is certain is not certain? I ain't gonna say certain. In relationship, is a two-way street, right? Respect goes both ways. Love's supposed to go both ways. Like you said, if you're together, you don't have no child with the other person, separate. If you're growing apart, go back to what I'm gonna tell the married people this. Tell the married people this. All the married people, listen to me real quick, real clearly here. If you're married and you feel like your marriage again lackluster, there's no fun no more, this goes out to the men. Do what you did to get her. Because you gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta do what you did to keep her. If you keep doing what you did to get her and to keep her, she's not going nowhere. She's not going outside the marriage.
mhm.
If that makes any sense.
It makes sense. It makes sense, you know. Like I said, with marriage couple and everything, when you been in it for a while, you know the ins and outs. When you're a new married couple, it's gonna be some downfalls, but at the end of the day, it depends on your communication, how well y'all work with each other. But I think before you get married and everything, y'all should, you know, talk about these things before you get into anything.
Oh, you just hit the nail on the head. I'm gonna ask some of the married folks in the chat. Okay, did y'all sit down and have y'all a discussion what you gonna tolerate, what you're not gonna tolerate before y'all got married? That's for the men and women. That question to the man and the woman. That's in the chat. They're gonna be interested what they say.
I kind of agree with interconspiracy. You know, like seeing like a lot of people in a relationship do not know themselves. They stay in a relationship or cheat. And he right. He also right. He right about
Yeah.
that. You gotta know yourself. Yeah, you gotta know
He
yourself. Yeah, you right about that now.
mm-hmm. It kind of fun. See, we got some. I told we got some telling people in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Because we speak about something that need to be talked about. It's like this, right? I'm gonna say something. If the man and woman is not one, not one, is not on the same level as each other. Especially when it comes to respecting and loving each other, I don't care if they're together, apart, married, whatever. If they not a one and not civil, whatever to each other, and they got kids together, something is wrong.
Exactly. They causing a major dysfunction in the house. Because, you know, once the dysfunction goes in the house, it's gonna create a whole toxic situation.
hmm And we know as adult these days. I talk to chat too at these days. There's kids, teenagers, young adults that do not show the older people respect like we did back in the day. One, because the community aspect. 2, because of the family dynamic. 3, because what they saw their mom and dad do to each other. I think number 3 is the biggest one. See, if you live, I heard this. I heard somebody say. Somebody said that Joe Led Taylor said this. If you live in a dysfunctional household, right? You live in a guess what? You live in a dysfunctional household, but guess what? You also living. You living in a dysfunctional community. If that make any
Right.
sense.
That makes sense. Really crazy.
Who said Jenny?
Yeah. Well, I had to kick some asses to let them Jesus know there was a new mommy on the block. Once we got that understood, we in there.
Jenny. Yeah, and
Yeah,
then that's
that's
true.
that that's that lightning in there. I like that though.
Yeah, and another thing is that we got to, as as a community, got to stop materialistic stuff, high value stuff, name brand stuff. I gotta have this. I gotta have that. It's not where it go. Cause what's gonna happen? When you run out of money. What's gonna happen when your baby need this right here, but you can't buy no diapers, and
Right,
you
that's
can't buy no clothes, no shoes. What's gonna happen?
man gonna be broke. You can't like I said, you gotta put all that material stuff to the side. And you gotta think about that child, what that child needs. It's just material. But that baby needs milk, food, and all that. All what you just said, D truth. Because like I said, when you get older, and then this whole material thing, it doesn't even matter no more.
Hmm. No, I'm not the right. Even if I'm riding with my sister, riding with some other female, right, friends, whatever. I always got out. They said, okay, they got go pay for the gas. I like, they be up there, like, what you doing? I pump gas. I could have did that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You got men sitting in the car, laid back, like they chilling. They woman out there pumping gas. How many men would
man,
let that woman pump gas?
I would be pissed if my girl go out there and pump the gas. I'd be pissed at her. I like, do you? I told one female that I like, don't you ever go out there. I will pump your gas.
Selena, uh, you said men fight over you. If you with a significant other, what would that your significant other fight with another man over you and he with you?
Ooh, ooh, that'll be a ooh, that'll be a oh no. You already know about that question.
This is that not only for her, that's for all the women. We already heard Jenny. I know as an adult, you don't want your munchkins seeing you and another one to fight over your pappy. Oh, I got that's that conspiracy channel. By that comment, I wonder you are.
Yeah, anti-conspiracy. Yeah, you right about that situation.
Hmm.
That's what be going down. A girl don't find out you can't do stunts, then go behind your back and smash and go up. It happens.
Yeah. Anti-conspiracy theory channel. Anti-conspiracy channel.
Oh, she won. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man. I ain't know.
Oh, that's what I'm finna ask. That's why I read that statement. I'm like, okay. I'm like, wait a minute here. Okay. I told we got some intelligent people here, didn't I? Anti-conspiracy channel. I would love for you to hit the pedal one day.
Yeah.
But what? This is a question. Why? I'm gonna speak for the men. I know T19. I know you. I know you got a woman. You with she with another dude. I know you finna fight over that woman. I know you gonna leave just like me. You want her, you can have
Yeah.
her.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? I had did that one time. Dude trying to talk to him. I like, hell no, bro, no, that's mine, dude. No, you gotta go the other way. Go to the other way, sir. This mine. Yeah, that was my younger days.
Not
But
now.
yeah, but now you know what I'm saying. If she respect me enough, you know what I'm saying. It is what it is.
Yeah, that's all because I respect, emotional, and love. Man, if you got your emotion in check and you love and respect yourself, you can see through a whole lot of bullshit. Just like the women, if they love and respect themselves, they see through a whole lot of bullshit. Cause some of the shit we do, some of the stuff we do, fight against other women. Women fight against women because of this man right here. Is the man worth it? Is it really worth it? Cause if he were worth it, you wouldn't be fighting over. Cause he'd be doing what he's supposed to. He wouldn't be sleeping with another woman. Same thing with a man. If that woman worth it, if fighting another man over that woman is worth it, so if she was worth it, she would have been doing what she was doing.
Right. You need to talk about this relationships and stuff like this. Yeah, no more.
Oh, I do, especially if it coincides with the subject I'm talking about. Like, like majority of the subject it do correspond with what I'm talking about. That's why I'm talking about affirmative action. Men, you got to step up. Little boys, little boys. I'm calling them little boys. That ain't men yet. They're grown. I'm calling them little boys. Y'all got to step up. Y'all got to be there for y'all child. Yeah,
Right,
the woman could do it. Yeah, the woman could be superwoman all day long, but she gonna need your help.
right. I had stopped talking to my homeboy because you know what I'm saying. He wasn't taking care of business. He had a baby girl, and then the baby mama told me that the little girl asked for what's that where her daddy is, and I just can't. I just can't conversate you. I can't conversate with you no more with that because you know, end of the day, you know what I'm saying. You ain't had to do all that.
Mm-hmm. You're right. You will sing. You will sing. Okay. Yeah, yeah. Jenny said, "Pappy is worth it in a bag of chips." Is it worth? We gonna
Man,
continue.
that's that's that Latin in there. That's that Latin.
I know. I know. I already know. Jenny, Jenny. I'll ask you this question. Say I came to visit. Say I came to visit, right? And I came whatever city you live in, right? And I came there, and I told you what time we'll get there, and I said I want to hang out with you, and your husband, and whatever. What would your husband think? What would your husband think?
Well, it ain't about what he think and what she think.
Yeah, they both got it. Whatever it's like, whatever you think and your husband think. Yes, he coming. Yes, he coming. Yes, he coming. Latin like to cut about them. Yeah.
Oh, that's what. But also real stuff. I can tell you some stories, boy. I seen one. I seen some Latin couples, right?
hmm
I was sitting there, right? You know what I'm saying? They were talking Spanish. Only thing I know, one woman came up. It was a long machete. I like, oh, I like, man. I had got in my truck and peeled off because I didn't want to be in no murder scene.
But Selena, but hey, look here. All I ask, for my chat, all I ask my boss to do is we having a serious conversation, but we have fun. We all having fun doing it. Is nobody comes in here with BS, and we do not. And this on my channel, we do not tell nobody out. We just go ahead and shoot them in the head, shoot them dead, hide them. Unless I say, unless we having a serious conversation like we're gonna have tonight, and they respected the chat, hey, just hide them.
Jenny gangster, man. She had razors in her hair. Oh Lord, Jenny, you dangerous.
She's dangerous. That's what I mean about being. I leave before I fight over a man. I respect myself too much. That's what I'm talking about. That's how
Yeah,
I am.
true. That
That's
is
how
true.
I am. That's exactly right. Ain't no man or woman worth you fight over. Now, if you had to fight over a man or fight over a woman, that woman or man was not meant to be with you. Oh, she had it in a bun. Damn.
Jeez.
I was scared.
Man,
They
man,
dangerous. Them two. Hey, I'm glad they on my side.
exactly.
Yeah, we building this. Yeah, we building in the chat. You already know how it goes, Jenny. Hey, Jerry, Jenny, and Selena. I'm glad they're on the outside. Look, I'm glad they're on the outside.
Right. If anything go down, they pull out them razor blades.
she Selena said, I had a straight blade raised in my throat and under my tongue in the 70s.
Yeah.
Damn.
How can you talk? How can you talk with break under your tongue? I mean, I want to know. I want to know that question. How can you do that? You know what I'm saying? Do they put?
Woo. Hey, that was back in the day, 2019. It wasn't no gun used back then, no gun used back then like it is today. But we've been on 3 hours. Hey Jenny, Selena, Jerry. Who else? Who else is over here? Who else over here? Anti conspiracy channel. Everybody else who gonna watch the replay, join me tonight for the discussion on is I forgot what shit. If it is they're gonna have to do about racism. Racist people own it off YouTube. Racist people own it off social media. That's gonna be the subject for tonight. Join me 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 tonight. Hey, but we're gonna have fun with it tonight too. We're gonna have some little fun tonight too. So it ain't gonna be all serious conversation. We're gonna have some fun tonight. I might throw a little trivia game in there tonight. But this been a I
Yeah, we
know
definitely. I mean, this is a suggestion. I ain't trying to tell you what to do. You should do like a Latin conversation.
that was you just yeah. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that tomorrow. I'm gonna do that tomorrow. But Jenny and Celine, y'all got to be in here.
Right. Cause I just want to know. I just want to know because
Yeah.
I say the Latin people are just like us. They black for real.
Yeah. Yeah. But you know there's some don't like us anyway.
Yeah, but
There's some that do.
yeah, but like I said, that's why I say we just need people Latin and all that. Have a conversation.
But tonight I think it'll be 7 o'clock. I will come on and we're gonna do that because it that need to be talked about. It ties into the Bill of Rights, the Constitution, and the Star Spangled Banner. It ties into that. We will hit it. We're gonna hit it hard, but we're also gonna have some fun. Join us. Come join me tonight at 7 o'clock.
All
Celine
right.
said, Celine said, pretty women needed to know how to fight and use blade in the hood.
Yeah, it's a jungle. She said it's a jungle. I feel her on that.
Yeah, I feel on that. I feel on that. I feel her. I feel her. Because back then, the pretty women, there's more that thought they were pretty. I always got jumped on. Coming too damn pretty.
Yeah, true. That happens. That happens.
And they thought that pretty women could fight. Some of them did.
But I had to remember this show. I mean, they show had some. They show had some blades on brick or something.
Mm-hmm. Drumming tonight, 7 o'clock. I will be back. Hey, it's gonna be a heated topic, and I know a lot of trolls gonna come in here. Some trolls gonna come in here try to say so. Guess what? The night for the night only. I'm gonna have the link drop. If a troll comes in here talking your smack, I will invite the troll to hit the link. That talk about it. If they don't hit the link, go ahead and shoot them in the head. One night for the night only.
Okay. Truth up in the head on now.
Okay. You be safe, my brother. Hey, try to stay cool because I already know it's kind of hot.
Oh yeah, it's hot now.
I already know. Yeah, it's hot. Go ahead and give your shout out to who you want to shout out before you leave the panel. Go ahead and get your shout out.
Man, I want to shout out to Jenny, Selena, and what's the other lady? What's the other lady name? Anti-conspiracy channel.
Yeah.
John Spears. Um, everybody on the chat I didn't get. I appreciate y'all and shout out to the 20 East Nation. And always follow y'all path.
All right. Hey, you gave a shout out. Hey, take it easy, my brother. Hey, like I said, it's gonna be at 7 o'clock. Hey, be on your P's and Q's when you're in here, cause you know they're coming in when I start talking about that subject.
All right.
Yes. Jenny, respect to Jenny, Selena, Jay, Jay Wilson. You are late. We about to get out of here. 7 o'clock tonight. We're gonna talk about some racist people on and off social media. Now we're gonna talk about not not particular people. We're gonna just talk about in general. And I like to say shout respect to everybody that came in the chat. Jenny, Selena, Jay, Jerry, Nate the Great, who else came in here? Caught you looking 69. I'm trying to see who else. I'm trying to see who else came in here. Anti conspiracy theory channel. Armando Black, respect to him, my brother. There's a lot of people that came up in here. Respect to the Twitter East person, LELL, Sick'em Dog. Respect to you, Jada, Diamond Shooter, my sister, Kenyon 28, respect. Anita Sweet, take it easy. Queen EJ's podcast, Village One, Stereo 8, Brian Robinson. I would say, Coach, you looking 69. Alpha Buckeye, Liz B, Journey, Fatty At, Tommy, Monique here, McKelly's sister. And T19, Shawanda Williams. Thank you for coming in, being in the chat. Fly out tomorrow. You'll be here at 7 p.m. That's 7 p.m. That is 7 p.m. Eastern time. Selena. Oh, you're on the last leg of your vacation. Enjoy your vacation. Enjoy your vacation. Enjoy your vacation. Enjoy your vacation. And let me share this respect to about the Black TV. 20 pieces of AO, JD, everybody on 20 Nation. And let me give my special shout out to the Nile River, Queen EJ podcast, AP, Nate the Great, Bat Me, back to the P, Cuba, Diamond Shooter, Sakura, Tubby, Blackout, Fatty At, New York Smoke. Ooh, and I miss a whole bunch of Sharonda. See who else? Chia Will, and a host of A lot of other folks. Respect the word. And a host of other folks that I did shout out. Shout out to the respect to the word. Respect to Council Tyler Bay. Respect to Smitty. Respect, respect, respect. As I always say before I sign out, love and respect yourself. Because if you love and respect yourself, you can see through a whole lot of bullshit. And always try to make the next day better than it was the previous day. And everybody enjoy the rest of their day. Everybody enjoy the rest of the day. I will be back 7 o'clock. Peace. I'm out. Love you.
Buddha.